I want to show you today. This is my Minecraft PlayStation 4, my main survival world, and I transferred it over to Bedrock, and I waited to until we had the 2.0 update. So this is the most recent update on PlayStation 4, and it absolutely broke my world. To let you know, before I start in, other problems right here. I was already signed into my Microsoft account successfully, and then when I loaded up this morning, it wants me to sign in again, and it's not even a sign in. You have to keep entering a code. It's ridiculous. And then here in the profile, not only did it keep erasing the skin packs. You can have 5 skin packs. I loaded those up. It completely deletes them every time, and then I'll even delete the Alex skin and I'll put that one in. It won't even give me the default Steve skin. And you see here, it won't even give me my packs. And I had created a special Steve character in the character creator just so I would have one kind of saved, and he had little blue eyes. That was the only change, just minor change to make it a saved character. And you can see it's not even loading that in. So that's kind of ridiculous. I paid for these. Oh, also the texture pack. So one of my survival worlds has the city texture pack. I have to constantly download that over and over and over again, and that's absolutely ridiculous too. So let's go here, and I just want to show you. Let's play, and here is the ones I converted. Now, ironically, two of my worlds I converted. This is actually the Netherlands is a survival world with the city texture pack, but I just uh, put it in creative because I wanted to try around, play with the experimental mode. And in the experimental mode, I have absolutely no problems with it. Nothing got broke with it. It's really cool too. When you go in the snowy areas, the leaves turn white when it snows, which is kind of cool. I was able to copy and paste this church. No problems with the experimental mode. I haven't had any crashes. My super flat around it doesn't, it overwrites world edges. There's no way to turn off that option. A little bit got erased, but I was surprised. A lot of it was literally right against the edge of the world from the large to the infinite, and I had no problem. I think I had to fix something that took like maybe 5 minutes of fixing, and I've been playing with the experimental gameplay with the structure blocks. I've had no problem with it. So let's go into the survival world right now. So we're going into the survival world right now. And now we're waiting forever while it's updating the packs again. It's like every single time you gotta wait and wait and wait. So they need faster load times in this game. Oh, thank you for joining. Again, it's Phoenix Genesis. I don't know who's online. Oh, I guess they're off now. Okay, nobody's joined. So here we go. Wait, wait, wait. Okay, any day now. Wait, it just updated. Now it's going back, updating the packs again. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, now it's back to updating pack 1 of 12 again. Okay. And then it jumped to updating pack 8 of 12. All right. And we're back to updating 1 of 12 packs again. Wonderful. So you can see the elapsed time is 6 minutes, 19 seconds, and this is how long it's taking even to load up the game. This is something they need to fix. Very frustrating. Well, it gives me a chance to drink my coffee at least. Here we are back to 1 of 12 again. And it's 1 of 12 and it's 0% again. Here we go. Wow, 7 minutes in. Let's see if it can do it in under 10 minutes. Maybe we have a special trophy that we give to the developers. You managed to have our game load in under 10 minutes. Here's a trophy for Mojang. I used to love Minecraft. I've been playing it on PlayStation 4 for 5 years, and I just absolutely love this game. It would just boot up right away. I had all my skins. I had all my texture packs, my mashup packs. I could have hold a lot of worlds in the what they call the Legacy Edition. And now I can, the memory seems to have been cut in half. With like I can have like what 3 games and that's it loaded. And I mean they want us to buy all these cool worlds, which I'd love to buy and I'd love to explore the worlds. It looks like there's a lot of really creative content creators in the marketplace, but I'm not going to buy something if I actually can't load it and play it. And every time I play it, if I want to put something else on, I got to back it up to like the cloud on PlayStation or back it up to a memory, stick, flash drive, thumb drive, and then I have to, import it again. And I mean, all that takes so much time. And on my iPhone 7 Plus, I can have 134 worlds loaded at once. I mean, why can't I have at least like 20 on the PlayStation version? Here we go. We're pushing almost 9 minutes now. Watch, it'll load the last one and it'll just crash. It'll just, oh, I'm sorry, error, bye, have a nice day. We're going to start again. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Nine minutes, 17 seconds. Okay, and it finally loaded my world. Finally, so here we go. I'm going to see if, hold on, my friend wants to join in. All right. Here we are. Here's the main house. And this is in survival. The main base, which is pretty big, it's still all intact as far as I know. Let's go over here. This is still intact. I'll show you what houses it got rid of. Now, again, this is in survival. I was able to I loaded this. I didn't load it prior to the 2.0. I was able to get achievements. I mean, trophies. Oh, I'm so tired. There we go. I was able to get trophies on it, and it looks like I think my shulker boxes do have their goodies in it. There's a little shulker box. Anything in there? Yeah. So shulker boxes did not end up being empty. Is this one full? Yeah, perfect. So my shulker boxes are full. And before I put it in, I'm going to end up putting it in creative. It doesn't matter because I'm going to fly around. But I just want to show you a couple things that are messed up. So over here, I had my entire survival house wired for conduit power. And when I go in here, the conduit power would turn on. And you see absolutely it's not turning on right now. And we're going to go here, jump in, no conduit power. Again here. And no conduit power, and I had the entire house. It took me forever. I think I have 5 conduits. Let's go around here. All this should be in conduit power. So again, if you have a legacy version of Minecraft, I would make lots of backups. Go to Walmart for $20. You can get a couple flash drives, upload it to the PlayStation Cloud. Don't just go and transfer this to Bedrock and delete your world. You're going to be really sorry, especially if you've worked as many years as I've worked on this. So here we are. Again, this is another conduit. And you see no conduit powers turning on. I actually have to go right up to the conduit, which is kind of ridiculous. So see, I have to go in this horrible swamp water. Ooh, it looks so dirty. And come on, I'm right up to the conduit. Oh, great. I don't get any conduit power. I'm practically, oh, there we go. Yeah, you have to like literally touch the conduit. And I mean, since it only lasts for like 11 seconds anyway, by the time I get out, the conduit power is gone. And it's kind of ridiculous, and it doesn't look like it's giving me much of night vision anyway. I mean, it like turned on the symbol, but it didn't look like it made any difference as far as giving me any special powers. Let's go. It's another conduit over here. Well, actually, no, you know what? I don't want to sleep in a bed because I want to show you that I'm not getting the night vision. So let's go over here. And here's the conduit, so I should have, my special powers. Let's go underneath. And yeah, finally see how like close I have to get the night, And it's not really giving me what's it giving me? It's giving me sorry. Let's see what it's giving me. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's giving me the night vision. So, and then I have another conduit. Let's go over here. I have one more conduit. And I spent so much time wiring this house for, conduit power. Oh, that's another thing. Before I do that, I want to show you this too. So if you come along here to my outdoor barbecue, I actually did a tutorial on this, so you can check my Phoenix Genesis YouTube channel. And if you come over here, here's the nice fireplace. Now, there was a trick that I did, and again, you can watch the tutorial, where you put one fire here, and then you douse it with water and you put it out, and then you put a fire underneath, and what that will do is it will give you a nice little sizzling sound effect, and it'll look like the food is just kind of simmering, but it never cooks, so it doesn't pop out as done like a regular campfire. So you could have a nice little display in your house, and all. Now it just makes tons of smoke, and it just looks awful. There's no purpose to that. So, and any redstone is just absolutely gone too. So I wanted to show you. I don't want to go there. I want to go back to the last conduit. And see, you can go here and yeah, so this one I don't have to go as far to get the conduit power. But again, look at how dark the sky is. I'm not getting the night vision with it, which is part of what you get with conduit power. So everything just looks kind of like it's a little flashing. Okay, so yeah, I mean it is so minimal the night vision I get compared to like the original version, the legacy version. Okay, see, you can see a little bit, but yeah, the water you get the night vision, but the rest of it just kind of looks the same. It just looks kind of, it's only kind of giving you the night vision for the water. So anyway, and yeah, any redstone you have, that's just like broken, except for like redstone lamps. But I had like a pop up, not in this world, but in my super flat world, I had the pop up enchantment tables with the torch. You put the redstone torch, they pop up. You take the torch out, they recede, so it's nice and flush. Very good for compact spaces. Nope, don't work anymore, so that's that. I don't think there's anything else in the main house. Everything should be in order. You know what? I know what we need to do. We need to go down to the bedrock all the way down to the bottom and see if anything got erased down there. So that was another thing I did. I had conduit power. Oh, well, I'll go actually over here. I want to show you that too, because that probably isn't. So we're going to go this way to the cat room. Yeah, it's a pretty big survival base. I been working on and off for 5 years when I wasn't working my other two worlds. So let's go over here. Here's the kitties. And yeah, some of my animals, like some of my Minecraft pets, are gone as well when I transferred. Here we are. So here's a conduit room right here, my cat bath. And yeah, see, here I get the conduit power. So I wanted conduit power here, so before I go, I exit, I can kind of get a better view to make sure there's no, like, creepers or anything when I'm not in peaceful mode waiting for me. So here we go. And let's go to the basement real quick. Okay, I'm just going to walk down. Oh, you know what? I don't want to walk down here. I want to take the water elevator. So I'm going to go this way, and we're going to go down here. And see, I should already have conduit power right now, and I don't. Let's go little crop room. Let's go back down again. And the whole purpose of having conduit power here, like I had the conduit all the way, and the conduit's still there all the way down. Come on, come on, come on. Faster, faster before I drown. Here we go. All the way down here. So I'm at, if you look at my position, I'm at 9. I'm all the way down to bedrock, basically. And the whole purpose was I was able to go down this water elevator without having to put like glowstone and light it up. And I would get night vision, and I would get the conduit power so I don't drown. And that is now gone. So the range of the conduits are very minuscule, and they really need to fix that, because that's the whole point. I spent so much time, so it was just absolutely perfect, so I was never without. Here's some banners. I was experimenting. I finally learned to make some banners, put them around. So here we go. And yeah, so you have to actually go all the way down here to this water, but you were supposed to be able to go like in any other water and still get, let's get the conduit here. You should be able to get. Come on, go already. Okay, so I should have been able to go here, and because I'm within range of water, that should turn on. And even in my mines, I put conduits in there. I put so many conduits in this world. I just went on a conduit binge for like a couple weeks, and it's kind of sad. So this is my little restaurant right here. So here we go. Let's go up And oh yeah, I left all these ores. I left them where they were because I kind of wanted to show how when you're down near lava and you're down at basically Y12, you can, well, now we're at Y3, but you can actually see where your ores generate, and you can see that like the emeralds, you only will always get just one emerald, and I just wanted to leave it so it kind of gave me, kind of a concept. So when I'm actually mining, I know kind of how far things are spaced out, what levels are going to be spaced out. I did this in my Netherland world even more extensively than I did in this world. And I know it's something, I'm just going to leave it that way. I think it looks cool. And see, I love that too. The diamonds were right there. So, and I did not, again, duplicate or add any. This is all original, and I just love how it comes down. Oh, let's see if my frosty snowmen melted. Here we go. Looks like my little frosties are still here, making me snow caps, so that's good. Hi guys, I'm back. Honey, I'm home. Yep, so all the frosties are here. Here's the one where you shear it. You put the pumpkin on the snow blocks, and you have snowmen. And then here, if you take shears, it'll make a regular snowman. And they're all here, so that actually is good. Let's see if my mob spawners are still here. I'm trying to remember if that. Oh, I gotta be careful I don't fall in the lava. Yeah, great. I don't remember that being like that. Oh, careful. Okay. Oop. There's the stairs. Oh yeah, this was cool. This is site of my first diamonds. That's pretty cool. I actually took the diamond and actually made a jukebox with it, but I actually did mine this from another site and put the diamond back where it was. I don't know, kind of as a memory. But yes, I did take the diamonds when I first found them. Yeah, this is a little design I did that came out nice. Yeah, let's see if the spawner's still here. Oh, that just goes, there's no spawner there. That just goes to the end where I haven't built yet, so I wanted it protected. Trying to remember which way to go. Yeah, little glass viewing area right here. Yeah, I love that. I love like the glass over lava. I remember when I first used to build stuff like this, I didn't know about the crouch, and I would fall and die all the time, and then I finally learned you could crouch, which was pretty cool. So, okay. I don't remember where the spawner is. It might have erased it. And since I'm in survival, I don't want to die right now, so. Yeah, I don't in general like the wandering trader, but he became very useful to get red sand because I had got no mesa in this world. That's one thing I'm going to do is explore and see if I can find a mesa. Since I'm going to put it in creative to show you all the parts that broke, I'm not going to save this copy. I might as well go and do some exploring and stuff too. Yeah, look at that creepy lava. It's so cool. Okay, so we're gonna, we're gonna take the stairs up. So I wanted to have multiple ways to come down to this area of my world. Oh, another thing too I wanted to show you before we leave. So if we go over here to my little bone meal, I wanted to make this kind of a PV player versus player like Hunger Games area. So each of the brewing stands have different potions, but you don't know which one, so you'd have to run around and like try to grab what you can, and chests with some stuff too. So this is a bone meal area, and even though we have a ton of new flowers now, because this is an original biome that only had when I first started playing this game, it only had the red and yellow flowers. No matter how much bone meal I put down here, I'm only going to get red and yellow. But what you can do is line up another color flower and put bone meal on it, and it'll pop out more flowers. So you could do that, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I have an experimental lab kind of far away that you know accessible by rail that has all the different colored flowers except for the wither rose, and I'm not going to bother getting a wither rose until they fix this. I'm not going to bother playing this version, so I can go up here the stairs, the rail, the water, or we'll just take the stairway, the the um the ladder. Wasn't there a game called Stairs and Ladders? So here we go. Okay, so we're back at the base, and I'm just going to show you, because we knew it was going to overwrite the world edges, so I'm not going to show you all the broken. Actually, I'll just leave it in survival here, and we'll kind of just like take the train over there, and then you'll see where. Well, actually, we can't take the train because it's broken. So I'm going to just show you the little broken areas real quick. It's not that far. Okay, there's a sheep on my house. So this is, yeah, this is one of the areas that it completely broke, and again, it's no point taking the train because it's broken. So we're going to start going here. So of course the world edges that were overwritten, that's all going to have to be fixed. So yeah, don't build on the edge of your world, and before you transfer your world, if you built anything on the edge of your large survival world, if you have a classic or medium, it doesn't matter, but if you built on the edge of your large survival world, you're definitely going to want to move things. Now this is not on the edge. You see my position. I'm almost at spawn, and this railroad is completely gone. So we're going to have to go down. And I can't say enough, even in the nether, that's the same thing in the nether. It's like totally broken and gone. So here we go on the world edges, but this is not the world edges. These are just chunks that should have loaded and they did not load. So there was a railroad going. This was one of the first railroads I built. And it seems that these are things that were older things I built. Of course, my main base. Hey, hi Maddox, thanks for joining in. I'm showing like, be very careful. I transferred with the new Bedrock 2.0. I transferred my world, and it erased and like a bunch of my houses I built. And there's just a couple other problems with it. If you, I would wait for a couple updates. Other people have said this to other. It's not just my world. I did something wrong, and it erased it. So yeah, there should be a whole railroad right here. So and it's just completely gone. So now we're coming over here. And the two houses that erased in the middle of my world, they're not near each other. So these are two different chunks that it just failed to load the builds. And these are fortunately small houses. And, you know, I built one of them in my super flat world so I can just look at it and take screenshots. But see, this was a house. This was the beginning of it. You entered here, and it was a small desert house, and is completely gone. And the dog is still here. The dog was actually in the house. And I think I had a cat here too. And I also had, I didn't have a lot of good loot, fortunately. Not like, I don't think I had any diamonds or anything, but yeah, everything's completely gone. And the terrain still looks the same. And I went down, you can see there's a tower in the back, purple tower, that's still there intact. So everything around the world. Oh, hi. I don't have any maps, so I'm good. Okay. Um, so here we go. Thanks for joining. I'm showing the PlayStation 4 when I transferred my survival world, all the different parts that erased. So here we're going to go over here. That goes down to, let's see if the spawners are still here. I should have some zombie spawners down here. Make sure those didn't get erased. These are really old. This is when I first started my world like 5 years ago, and it looks like it did. Yeah, it just kind of flooded everything out. I think it erased overwrote the spawners, and they're gone now because there should be. Here's one. Okay, one's still here. Oh, actually, that's good. You know what? Do I really want to take that out of my ender chest? Yeah, why not? I can put it back when I get back. Okay. So yeah, the spawner's still here. That's good. And is there another spawner? I don't want to get lost. Yeah, I think that's the other spawner right here. Yeah, no, I think yeah, they're right. They should have put a beta out. Yeah, it's a real crappy update. And it's weird because they have what's called experimental gameplay, which is the beta. And none of that crashed. I loaded my super flat and I loaded another survival world in the experimental one before they came out with the 2.0 update. And those work absolutely perfectly. It's really weird. So the update that was supposed to fix everything actually made it worse. Okay, let me out. So yeah, I'll show you. It erased that house. Let's go and ooh, what's wandering around? That's just a cow. I'm in peaceful mode right now. So let's go here. So yeah, that house over here is completely gone. And fortunately, there's small houses. But yeah, also when you build a lot, if you only have like 3 houses, that's supposed to be erased so you can get up there. If you just have a couple houses, it's fine. But you'll know, and it wouldn't be hard building. But when you have a huge survival world that you've worked 5 years on, I mean, it's crazy. Ah, then see, there I go. Down I go because it erased my railroad. Um, no, the cheats aren't on because here I'll show you. This is a pure survival world. So if I go here, let's like put locate, and you'll see there's no. It will tell me I can't have cheats. So you can only have cheats if you're in the creative world. So right here, locate, and let's go locate space, and we'll put mansion. And then it'll tell me, see, cheats aren't enabled. So if you're in pure survival, you can't have cheats. What's really cool with the commands now is you can what you could do is make a copy of your survival world because of course we're in an infinite world in Bedrock, and you don't want to have to like just randomly travel 20,000 blocks to find a woodland mansion. It would take you forever. So what you can do is you could make a copy of your survival world in creative and use the commands, and then locate. You'll just put locate and it'll bring up a list, and mansion for woodland mansion, temples, strongholds, and then you can know exactly where everything is, and then you can go to your survival world, and you can go and put that back. Oh wow, a lot of people have joined in. Thank you. So it's Phoenix Genesis. What I'm showing is just all the ways that Bedrock broke my world. Another thing I showed, we'll go back to the main base because I have to get there to my railroad is gone. Anything you built on the world edges, like I said before, is going to be completely gone. Like, so I would count like 40 blocks in from your large size of your world. If you have a classic or a small or a medium world, it doesn't matter. But as long as I would make sure if you had a medium sized world that you explore up to the large, so it doesn't overwrite the corners of your world edges. Okay, hey, look, you guys are chilling, you're friends. Isn't the Ocelot supposed to eat a bird in real life? Okay. And oh yeah, and the lag it's not bad now, but last night the lag was so bad. So you think they would have fixed it. Here, I'll show you. Here's my little panda enclosure. Little pandas. Oh, these were like a nightmare. I did a video on moving them over. This is Bassie and Teo Teo. I think I went and looked up what are famous names of pandas in China, and you can look them up and see what they are. Oh yeah, and notice the fence gate, how it's like elevated. It's supposed to be equal level with the wall. So see, when I put it back, it's going to be level. So that's another thing that has to be so many little things. And see here, I'd wired my whole house for conduit power and nothing is turning on. You have to literally go right up against the conduits. So I'll show you guys again. See, like, look. I have to go all the way that low, and I mean, and before you would just, if you could go 60 blocks away, and yeah, this is weird. It's putting fish like here, so that's really weird. So I'm gonna go sleep in the bed real quick so I can show you where to erase the other house, so we don't have to be at night. Hey, kitties, I'm home. Before, like, there was a weird bug where it erased my cat's face, but that's fixed. Sorry. Let's see. You're supposed to be on your bed too. That one, I don't know, got off the bed, so here we are. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this is my base. Fortunately, it didn't destroy my base, but yeah, it really makes it more smoky too. So what I did was this is a trick where you can put see underneath there's two campfires. I did a tutorial on this, so it looks like the food is just cooking, but it's not really cooking, and there's not supposed to be any smoke, and now there's just all smoke. It just looks too smoky. Oh yeah, here's my little, like, it's supposed to be like a pizza oven. And it's weird because even though this is like the oldest thing in my world, I recently, updated everything to make it look nicer. Actually, you know what? Well, I'm gonna not save this anyway, but we'll stick this. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I put a lot of work into it. I can't tell you how many times I've remodeled this. I mean, I was kind of a terrible builder when I started, and I can give you a little tour of my base. And I just, every time we'd come out with new blocks or I'd get like, better skills, I would go back and remodel this. Not all my other buildings, they just kind of stayed. That's why I think the ones they erased. The ones that got it, that goes up to a horse stable, the ones that actually got erased were really old buildings. So I'm wondering if I might do an experiment where I might update it a little bit so it recognizes it. Maybe it just kind of thought it was just like, I don't know, part of the like biome and not an actual structure. Yeah, this is my little secret entrance, and I like being able to have like some kelp. Yeah, this part I put a lot of love into this summer and completely remodeled it. And the reason why I started with red terracotta in my world was because this world's so old. The only two flowers we had, this little bedroom, the only two flowers we had when I started were red and yellow, and I didn't want to, and we had the green cactus dye, and green kind of blended in, so I didn't want green. Yellow just looked too bright, so I ended up using the red. Now, this is, oh, it's weird too. Like, I always recommend digging under, if in survival, dig under your main base because you're usually going to find like zombie spawners, skeleton spawners. Yeah, this is a nice skeleton. I found two zombie spawners in this house. A lot of loot too. Actually, I added some loot there just because I don't know, I wanted to have it there. So yeah, this I'm not done, like, I'm gonna fix it up. This is just like temporary right now, but and then, yeah, this goes to a mine. But yeah, it's really cool because you can find some really cool mines and you can find some really cool like spawners and stuff under your house, so you don't have to travel far, and you can always have the materials you need when you're building. So let's go up. I thank you for joining, everybody. Again, this is the Bedrock version of PlayStation 4 Survival World. The good thing, guys and gals, is I am able to still get trophies, so at least it didn't wreck that. I was worried that when I put the world in. Oh, I also saved, yeah, one slot. That's for the wither. So this is every plant and flower in the world. It looks like everything's still here, and I saved one slot. That's for the wither rose because now we do. I think that's the only updated plant in the Bedrock is the wither rose. So here is a zombie apocalypse bunker. And oh, what's really cool. Okay, so when the Pillage and Village came out, and I'm really gonna have to do some banner designs. That's before I knew how to do banner designs. So what happened was it was really weird when the Pillage and Village came out. It actually got rid of yeah, and oh well, let me backtrack. Number one, when you imprison villagers, which basically I'll show you. Let me go backtrack and I'll get to. So what I did was I found a zombie spawner here, which was really cool. So and so what I did, I'm in peaceful mode right now. What I did was if you light it up, they're not supposed to pop out when you're in like easy or hard or normal mode. So when you take the torches, that they go. And if you put this is really cool. At night you can plant the mushrooms, so when the zombies attack you, they'll actually put a mushroom in their hand. So they bring you mushrooms too. So what I would do is I would have the zombie I would keep playing until I got a zombie villager, and then what I would do is I would drop him down in here, and this was the curing room, and I have doors that go in there, and then once the villager was cured, I actually did some, you can watch, I did videos way back in the day. So then let's go back in here. So after then I cured the villager, some of them I would drop down in there, but other ones, what I could do is if it was a zombie villager, I could actually fight them and have these gates to kind of contain them and then lead them into like these rooms and then convert them into villagers. So that's how I did that. So what happened was I waited till I got some really, thank you. I'm actually from, my family's originally from Finland, but I'm in California now, so I have some weird mix of accent. Like we lived in Connecticut for a while, and then so I got the Eastern and the Western. But anyway, the villagers now produce cats before you had to tame the ocelot. My original three cats you saw were like original ocelots, but that's cool because you're always going to get little cats, and cats are great because this is a great place to keep like diamonds and goodies because the creepers don't like cats, so I definitely recommend storing your diamonds next to some imprisoned villagers. But when it went to the Pillage and Village update, I had really good villagers, and it changed them so they weren't like, they're all like toolsmiths now. And I even tried to put in the right appropriate item, and they didn't want to turn this guy. See, he's a cartographer, and he's not supposed to be a cartographer, so it kind of messes up the villagers. But what's really cool is this is underneath a jungle biome, and we have no. It's weird. We in Pillage and Village we don't have specific jungle villages, but if you're underneath a jungle village, what happens is you see now. Oh, there's my original. Yeah, this guy wandered in because I'm in a jungle. So, and his head's in the tree, but in the cocoa bean. But this is napalm. But see, your villagers get these jungle. Thanks for joining, everybody. I guess you're from a Nordic country. Oh, yes, Finland. Oh, Luxembourg. Awesome. Yeah, and it's probably really cold right now in all the Nordic countries. I mean, I'm even cold in like Los Angeles right now. But see how the right here the villagers have the jungle outfits, so that's really cool. I even built a jungle village for treehouse for some villagers, and that took a while to get them up in there, but that was pretty cool. So, yeah, there's my little villagers, and they all have their little jungle outfits on. So it's weird. Okay, so both of this is jungle biome. We're under the jungle biome, and this guy has a jungle outfit, and that one doesn't. So I don't even ask me why. So. And if you're underground and you wonder if you actually are in a jungle biome, how you know you're in a jungle biome is just lay a piece of grass down, and if it's bright green, then you're in a jungle biome. At least in the remember we're in the new default texture. So anyway, this is my little zombie apocalypse bunker. Okay, it's not nighttime, but I did reset the spawn point. All right, yeah, we can go out this way. Let's go this way. Yeah, this is a really big base. Originally, the reason this is like double wide, originally I had a ton of chests, and I got in a duplicating mode where I was duplicating in survival, and it lagged my game, and I ended up deleting everything, just throwing it in the lava and saying forget it, because it just made the game too laggy. Oh, and this is really cool. Like, so when the coral came out with the aquatic update, if you just put some water underneath it and you put the blocks there, they'll stay colored, and I just thought that looks really nice. And then I wanted to show that's a sea turtle egg, and then you can take the sea pickles, and you can have 1, 2, 3, or 4, and those make really nice decorations too. So let's go up here, and I always like to have some shulker boxes with some goodies like right here. And yeah, we could go up here, and this is just some more decoration, a little fireplace. And then here's some like little pets. Oh, this is a really cool effect. I want to show you guys. And this was a really crummy I'll get to this in a minute. But over here, let me jump over here. Now this is great. This will hold them in. But if you have a horse here, like in the yeah, I know turtles have babies. Wow, 3 degrees, 35 Fahrenheit. That's actually not that bad, but yeah, it's still cold. I have a Siberian Husky. They love cold. Yeah, and I know the sea turtle eggs will make babies, but only if you put it on the appropriate material like sand. So I know it's not going to make any babies in my house. But here, this kept my horses in, but with just a redstone torch. But in this version, all the horses jumped out, so I had to change it. But this is really cool. If you alternate glass and the packed ice and you put water on here, it'll look like it's invisible, but actually you could see all the way down, so it looked like a really big well, and now it just like looks like water's right there, so it kind of ruined it. Yeah, that's Frisky, and that's Jake. I have a couple Jakes. Okay. That's my real life Siberian Husky is Jake. And then I thought this was cool for the mushroom farm. Like I did this now that we have the different trapdoors. So I can have privacy right here. Like if I was doing a player versus player and people were fighting each other, you could like kind of hide yourself, or if you wanted to see if another player was sneaking up on you. So this is kind of my horse area here because this is the horse stable. And yeah, I'll show you here before I show that. Here's the mushroom farm that goes around here. And then this goes, my world is in a ravine, so I decorated the ravine nice. I'll show you. So there's a lot of different ways. I don't know, I didn't have a plan when I built this. This is just 5 years of building. And I don't know, in survival, I always feel safer being like partially underground. I don't know why. This was just natural, so I left it like that. Let's go. It's nighttime now. Let's sleep in a bed. So this is supposed to be like the stable boys section. Oh, thank you for joining in, everybody. Again, Phoenix Genesis, and I'm showing you like my survival world in Bedrock and part of what it erased. But before I show you the other one, I'm just giving you a little tour. Again, I didn't know how to do the banner design, so I'm going to change that and probably fix those up. I noticed too, like I don't like the way the brewing stands look in the Bedrock, because when you put the bottles in, they actually lit up and they were really like bright, colorful red, and it added like some light to your world, and it doesn't do that anymore, and I just think that looks awful. And it's a little like lava disposal, gotta always have that in your world. And I think I might have had a painting behind here, and I think it knocked the painting. I've noticed a couple of my paintings, and tripwire hooks too, like see how you have the tripwire hooks here. So what happened is, if you had tripwire hooks against slabs, you had tripwire hooks against stairs. Yeah, I actually started playing. Anyway, I'll answer your question in a minute. But anyway, now those tripwire hooks will get knocked down. They have to be on regular blocks. Yeah, I've been playing 5 years. I think this came out on PS4 on October of 5 years ago, and I started on December 26th. My boyfriend Steve got it for me as like a Christmas present, and I didn't, on Christmas we were doing family things, and then on the next day I started playing it, and that was it. I wonder if I never got it, what I'd be doing. I used to play so many different games and do other things, and now it's like pretty much Minecraft. And going to the horse stables, when I first started building this, it was a really terrible horse stable. It was really hard to get the horses in and out. Like I would like get them here. Like I'll show you my backyard before we go, because the horse stable's big. So like here's the backyard, and it was just a nightmare. Like I got the horses in, and somehow the horses weren't able to ever come out. So it was like, oh no. So I said, you know what, this summer I got really motivated, and I said, that's it, I'm going to build let me shut that door. I'm going to build a proper horse stable. So what I decided to do, a couple things here. I'm trying to think where. Oh, we'll go down first. Before I go here, let me go down. And this was really hard because I didn't want to have stairs because the horses don't do well on stairs. So I wanted to have slabs. The problem with slabs is they're really long, and yeah, that's why I have the Steve skin and Maddox. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. A lot of people don't realize I play with the Steve skin. It's an inside joke because my boyfriend Steve. By the way, so what I was saying, let me go back to the stairs. It was really hard because the slabs, you have to have this really long, and it was really hard to figure out how to connect this design. And I wanted to have kind of everything to be lit up as well and have a nice open feel to it. And also, I put these little water stations in, because in this world, if you put water down and you're underground, you're always going to know what biome you are in, because the water changes color just like the grass. So it'll really help you to know if you're, say, digging, if you're somewhere and you're digging up, if you put that in, you're going to know exactly where you are. You're coming up to a swamp. So here we are. So it took me a while to lock down the design, and I thought this looks really nice. These little scaffoldings make nice little tables. Yeah, I converted to Infinite, but it erased part of my world, so I'm going to go back to Legacy. I'm not going to save this. Yeah, it screwed up my game, so I'm going to go back to the Legacy Edition and just wait until they fix it. My again, I'm in the experimental with the super flat, no problem at all, but in this one it messed it up. So this is, yeah, this is before we go back to horse stable. This is the actual ravine, and this is where I keep the best of my. This is my best stuff. So this is years of collecting. This is my absolute. You see, I have Frostwalker, I have Respiration, Aqua Affinity, Blast Protection. These are my absolute like best of the best of my stuff. So yeah, this is all in here in my special loot box. Thank you. Yeah, the decorating experiment, like I really recommend what helped me a lot. Like for the first 2 years, I only played survival. I never even put it in peaceful mode, and I never played creative. And I find when you do that, your houses never look as nice. That you gotta experiment with creative because yeah, I have enough diamonds, so I'm like, why not? Like splurge a little. And another thing too is instead of having I was gonna go back to what I was saying, but I just want to say this while it's on my mind. With the diamonds, I found when I started putting everything in chests, it really lagged my game. So why not display? You worked hard to dig, and I dug everywhere, all my tunnels, I think all my mines, all my caves, everything is dug out, lit up nice. I built my subway at level 12, so I would find a lot of materials. If you go to Y12 and you go to lava, you're going to find tons of diamonds. So, if I'm going to not use them all and I want them ready, why not package them up and kind of make these nice displays with them? So that's what I did here, and it's next to my map wall. And yeah, oh, the map wall, when I went to Pillage and Village, it completely knocked my maps out. So I made a labeling system. Never. Yeah, you know what? I actually like creative better, but I do keep one survival. This is my survival world, and it's always been. So I'm just going to keep it that way. I'm probably going to put keep my other survival on creative, because yeah, it's so hard. But in creative, what I was saying is that it helps you to build better because you can experiment with a lot of materials, and some materials, yeah, it takes a lot to gather and make those materials. But even a little bit of something nice, like I see so many people in survival just put torches up, and that's the way I had it, and it just looks, I don't know, really tacky. And when you take the time to use things like the beacons or the lanterns, or like here the use of the hidden glowstone, and the end rods, using different sources of lighting. It just makes your world look so much nicer to take the time to make that lighting. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get any mesa in this world. That's one thing I'm going to do, is explore and look for mesa. So what I did here is I went ahead and I actually got red sand from the Wandering Trader, and I started making a mesa, but it's so pathetic. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I beat everything already. So that was a long time ago. I actually have a video from years ago when I did the Ender Dragon. Actually, if we go up here, let me go this way. I was going to show you here first, then we'll go back up. So one thing I did this summer too is this goes back out to the rail yard, to the backyard. So what I did was, and this goes down to another mine. And what I did was I decided to put, yeah, here we are. I'll just show you around the corner and we'll go back up. I'll show you the Ender Dragon egg. So before we go back to the horse stable. So this goes to a mine, and I finally got around to decorating it. And oh, so if you take some sea lantern or glowstone, and you put this transparent slime block, it makes a really nice like lighting, and also green and kind of purple, or kind of like color opposites, green and pink and green and magenta. So this makes a really nice, it kind of enhances each color, and then the gray is neutral, so it pops the colors out. But now that we have the honey blocks, you could do that with the honey, and maybe do blue or like cyan or light blue shulker boxes, and or in the honey block, and I think that would look really nice. So eventually when I go back to Bedrock, I am going to start using the honey blocks. And see here, this would be really nice with the glowstone in the back and then the honey blocks in front. That would look really nice. It's just a mine down there. Oh, and one thing I do with the mines that I recommend is down here, I always recommend plant some trees. You know, you can put dirt, coarse dirt, you know, whatever you want to put, but have some trees in your mines because you're definitely going to want to make some tools while you're mining, and you don't want to have to go outside, and especially if you want to keep working. And it's yeah, we're not night right now, but and yeah, see, and this is really nice. So we're going to take the train all the way back up. So come on. Hopefully it won't leave without me. There we go. So, like I said, I think I have 3 nether portals tied in now. Yeah, I have one down at the Bedrock. I have one there. And then I have the main nether portal. And, of course, when you jump in, they all tie into the main one. But I got so tired of having to take the rail all the way to the top. So, actually, we're going to do this, even though it does go to the top. So, let me get my minecart. So, if we go here, and we go through this nether portal, what this is going to do is this is going to take us all the way to the top of the house. So just remember when you set your main one that any subsequent nether portal that is not 100 blocks is going to shoot you back to the main one. And come on. So I don't need to worry about getting out of it because it shoots me, you know, it's a one-way street nether portal. So here we are. And I was lucky too with this seed was, it was able to put me right in another fortress, and I'm really really nicely close to the blaze. You know, but now you can go to a village and get a brewing stand, which is like if you go into like a a church. And back in the day, you couldn't. You actually had to go to the end, and you had to go to the Nether and fight the blaze and like actually make a brewing stand. You guys have it so easy compared to what the game was. I remember when I first got the game. We're gonna go in here now. I remember I was so excited because horses were coming out, and it was like. Come on. All right, what happened? There we go. Thank you. And yeah, here we are. We're back here. But yeah, I'm so lazy. I absolutely hate walking. So you can see I have rail and like everywhere in my house. Oh yeah, and I really like if you put a little sand here, so you can kind of blend it in. The jungle wood goes nice with the red sand, and you can put and especially the red terracotta, and you can just blend in these the bamboo, and they just look really nice. And here's, you know what? This is another thing I did. I said, out this summer, I'm like, look, I got a lot of diamonds. I mean, not a lot. You don't want to make it look tacky where everything's diamond. But I'm like, why not take this out, put some diamonds here? I mean, this is one of my main work areas. Why not have the diamonds, And again, in here, I rim this with diamonds too. I'm like, why not? Put some diamond ore in there. And yeah, and also in your survival world, I always recommend a cobblestone generator when you start. No, it was 2014 when it came out for PlayStation 4. Not 2013. Oh, PS3. Oh, you started in 2013 on PS3. Wow. Yeah, my friend Zach TV18, he does a lot of streaming. He has almost a 5-year survival world. I think he was watching me, and then he started after that. And yeah, these are my crop rooms, by the way. And he's been almost 5 years too. But yeah, 2013. That's a long time. I mean, no other game can say people have played it, and look how they keep updating it for free. And yeah, it has bugs, but I mean, compared to what we had, and the fact that we don't pay for the updates, and they don't like Call of Duty every year they make you buy a new Call of Duty for $60. I mean, you got to give Microsoft and Mojang and everybody credit and 4J Studios for putting out such a great game, and so many people, all the nice people friends I've made playing Minecraft. But it was twice your age, yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing too what really small kids can do on Minecraft. My friend Lolly, she tells me her nephew she babysits on the weekend, and he's 8, and just all the stuff he's learning, to do in Minecraft, and it's pretty amazing. So, here, originally my crops were like raised and equal with the floor, so they were above the floor, and it just made the room look so small, and I didn't want to expand it because actually I'm underneath water. So I said, what if I just recess the crops? And I think it just makes it nice. It really opens up the rooms. And yeah, like I said, I like to have everything, in an underground base where I feel secure. And again, the end rods are really great because you can just put anything, pretty much anything on top of them, and they make nice lamps. You can put mob heads on them. You can put, lights. You can put potted plants. You can put bushes. But it's just a nice modern way to light up your world. I played Minecraft since I was 9. Yeah, it's so cool too because I know so many people are gonna look back. Like in my generation, we look back and we're like, wow, I remember like, my boyfriend's older than me, and he's got all his Dungeons and Dragon manuals and his characters he created, and that was kind of like his generation of what he looked back. And so many people are gonna say, yeah, Minecraft kind of was my childhood. It's pretty amazing. And I think too, your personality shows what you create. It's like different people's interests and their personality. Here's my Ender Dragon egg, by the way. So, right here. So yeah, I beat the Ender Dragon on July 20th, 2015. And I didn't date everything, but I'm starting to date things because it's just like fun to go back and say, oh wow, I did that back then. Live till I got on live until I got on YouTube. Oh, Zach. Hey, Zach. The King's here. Yeah, the Queen's here showing off. Yeah, Zach. I sent you an invite if you want to pop in with me, and I'm showing them. We were gonna go look at my broken house, and I was gonna put it in creative and fly around and see if we can look at the scenery. If you want to pop in. And then here, yeah, somehow I might have accidentally deleted the books or moved them somewhere else, but because we got new books and I guess I was relabeling and now I don't know where any of the books are and it took me forever to enchant. I didn't they weren't all full, but yeah, and I forget what everything does. So I actually wrote looting 1 and 3 goes on a sword, loot and rare drops from mobs. So I tried to put what it is. Infinity 1 need only 1 arrow for bow, shoot forever. So that would help me, or if someone plays with me they've never done it, they would know. Here's a little bedroom. Um, and yeah, see, use of color, like sometimes colors that are kind of both bright can go nicely together. And especially, this makes a nice decoration right here, this fletching table. And it picks up kind of the red and the orange, and it just looks like, I don't know, you can actually use this for like kind of, well, that's what I did for an arrow room. So I got all my good stuff in here, and, nice little view. And then, if you have a lytra wings, is that the way you pronounce it? I'm terrible with those things. I never use them. You can kind of like have a little flying here and fly through the ravine. So I opened that up and added that. So then I kind of color coordinated because when you have a lot and everything looks the same, it's easier if I just color coordinate the rows so I can go right to that color, and I'm like a lot faster. It'll save me a lot of time. Yeah, oh, and if you have pets, I really recommend putting like glass here because I've had too many pets get loose and jump in the fires and die, and I like having fireplaces. That's my doggie that passed away this summer in real life, Ray the service dog, and one of my best friends, moved back to Tennessee. My friend Lou, we've known each other. We went to school together like forever. So his cat when he was a kid was Oscar. So we named his kitty before he left. So Oscar's been there. And yeah, I remodeled this too. I had way too much redstone, and I kind of took a lot of it out and just put what I needed. And again, if you put carpeting here, it will take your level 30 enchantment table, and you will knock it down to level 1. So make sure you don't put any you can put carpeting right up to here, but anything else you're going to do it, it's going to ruin it. And then yeah, I added this. Wanted to open this up and put the mob heads here so you could see it. So if someone wants to fight the wither again, I put the mob heads and they're good to go. Like I said, I don't like having things in chests because then you got to look around, figure out what chest it's in. And I mean, if you worked hard to get something, you might as well display it. And oh yeah, and the cobwebs look really nice as lamps. I really like those. So here's my special area. This is like the library book drop, return borrowed books here, enchanted books reserved shelf and library use only. So what I decided to do this year is I decided to fish and get some name tags, and these are like in case my animals die, these are my main ones. Hi Samu, thanks for joining. Yeah. I need to spawn the wither for the wither rose, so I'm definitely going to do that. I'll probably take those withers off the shelf right there. So here we have Ray the service dog. And then we have Harley the cat. Soren was, these are all real life animals. Soren was a bird that my boyfriend and I found as a baby and we raised and adopted out. Pogo was a possum, a real life possum last year that my boyfriend and I found in our backyard. He was a tiny little baby and his foot was like all broken, and the vet did for free a special surgery, fused his leg, and he went to a wildlife sanctuary. So we raised him. Here's my orange cat Merlin, my calico cat Harley Jr., my Siamese cat Suki, and my Siberian Husky service dog for hearing impairment Jake, who's like sleeping right now. Lassie was my first dog as a kid. Every kid had a dog named Lassie, I think. If you grew up on a farm, Sparky was the first dog. I was so little, I don't really remember Sparky much. I remember we had him, but I was like probably 5 when he died, and he was a Dalmatian. So I used to call him Sparky the friendly fire dog. And then Fluffy was, my mom found Fluffy as a kitten when my mom was 5. The cat lived to like till I was 13. It was amazing. The cat lived like 30 years. Scooter was my cat when I went to school and at USC, and Tootsie was my favorite cat as a kid. It was a big fat like brown calico with orange. It was so pretty. So anyway, those were my real animals, so I made name tags for them. And this is like kind of my special, I guess I should put these in item frames, but I just want them in chests. This is my first wooden pickaxe, which I think anybody in survival should save that. That was my first diamond found. Like actually, yeah, I did end up using the first diamond, but I put it back and named it. This is a copy of my Ender Dragon egg, and I dated it. This is where I got the overpowered notch apple. This is when I got the marine biologist, and that's my first iron pickaxe. And I quickly went to diamond, so I didn't use that much. But fat cats are pretty. Yeah, they are. I don't feed them with lasagna. Oh yeah, Garfield. Remember like Garfield cartoons? I actually gave all my Garfield um comic books. Well, they're not comic books, but comics in books away to these two kids that were like neighbors, and they were kind of poor kids, and the kids, and I gave them like my skateboard too, and they're like, "You're giving me this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were out like every day. They were showing me new tricks and stuff, but it was cool to hook up the kids. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I wanted to go show you the horse stable, so let's go down there. Um, there's so many rooms, I can't even keep track of everything. You know what? We'll take another scenic route too that you haven't seen. Um, but yeah, I remember like Garfield would eat all this food and get like super fat. Then he couldn't move to reach his food, and his like owner John was like, "Oh, okay, you just starve till you get there." Oh, this is cool. This is a secret little room. Ah, come on, get down. Come on, go, 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 before I drown. And yeah, this is a secret little room. Pandora's box, do not open. So we're not going to open it. It's secret stuff. And so this is a little secret room. Then down here. Yeah, if you look at my super flat world, which is creative, it's just so different from this. It's like, more like suburban neighborhood, city, but in survival, I like to have things far apart, and you actually have to go on journeys to get there. And I like just having a base where you just keep adding on. We already went this way before, so, but this is like a Roman bathhouse. And bathrooms are kind of useless in Minecraft, but you know what? These smokers really kind of make cool toilets, so I figured I'd put a smoker in there. You could put a cauldron in there. You can just put a modern toilet with an upside down quartz block. But I like to have like bathrooms because in real life we have bathrooms. Yeah, there's some goodies in there too. So it's a little bathroom. Oops. I know you can put item frames on floors, and that's great, especially for tables, because it can look like you have food out. Again, I'm not going to go and play on because it broke so much of my world. I'm not going to there's all my diamonds. I'm not going to play the bedrock. I'm going to go and like I'm gonna have to move the railroad and adjust like things on the edge, and it's faster for me to do it in than fix it here because it erased part of my world, and hopefully that when I import it again it'll be fine. So yeah, I think so what I did here was this was something I remodeled in the summer. I used to have all chests here and of things I duplicated, and I just deleted everything and threw everything away, and because it lagged my game. So I decided to take all the blocks and kind of put them together here. And this is great because sometimes maybe you want to try out a different texture pack and you're not sure how the blocks convert. So I'm able to go here and just kind of look and pick and choose too. Like, oh, okay, so I want to build with, say, granite or andesite or diorite, and I want to see like what it looks like, or the difference between the red and the non-red, or the bone. Bone is good. Everybody forgets how nice bone. Look at when you go far away. It like right here. See, you don't see the lines. The bone is really nice to build with. And I don't know the difference. I still don't see a difference between quartz and smooth quartz. And then here's all your here's your concrete versus your terracottas, which used to be called clay, by the way. And then these are your glazed terracottas, and these make nice, not only nice carpeting, but they make nice wall murals. I've used them as wall murals. It's just a little tricky. I should do a tutorial on how to connect them because they're kind of tricky. Oh, you want some ideas to decorate with? Well, again, these right here, these are great things to decorate with. To experiment with these, do it in creative, and these make wonderful wall murals. They make nice carpeting. They go nice on top of an end rod, and for a lampshade. I mean, the glazed terracottas are nice, but yeah, and again, you can mix and match because let's go here. So see how the concretes are a little bit brighter and not as textured. Well, what you can do is you can make a nice fade effect. So you can take, say, I'm going to call them the clays instead of the terracottas. The clay blocks, colored clay, you can take those and then kind of fade in a red with the terracotta, the concrete, and again with the orange and the yellow. So not only can you fade colors this way, but you can fade them that way and make a pattern. I can't do it now because we're in survival, but that also looks really, really nice. But you have some nice, and also you could like write a list for yourself. Say, okay, you know what, maybe, like I don't want to use green with, I don't know, maybe green and yellow won't look like this color green, won't look good with this bright yellow, won't look good with this dark green. So you just write a list of colors that go nicely together, and then you start making a palette. Like any of these look nice for a base foundation for your house. I mean, any of the just neutral, what I call the neutral ones. And oh, this is both bone. And remember, you can take blocks that have two-way orientation. You can use them in two ways. So you can use it this way and that way. Actually, if you put that down, that could actually look like a toilet seat. I just thought of that. So, mix and match. Make it like for your houses. Don't make the same toilet. Don't make the same type of table. You can make like a furniture store in your world, and then make different furniture designs that you come up with, and then rotate them out in your houses. So you're not always doing the same thing. Because I used to end up doing, like, you'll see a lot of people. Here's another wall with a lot of the different. Oh yeah, this is nice too because now we can put these lights and cover them up so it looks a lot nicer than just having like the light, especially glowstone. But you can now mix and match so many things. Like here, the smooth sandstones look really nice now for houses, and also the colored concrete powder. I call it colored sand. The colored concrete powder makes really nice carpeting. So if you have a situation like in the city texture pack where the carpeting doesn't actually look good as carpeting because it looks like blocks, you can actually use the colored sand, and that makes nice. And again, plants, I can't say enough. Plants look oh, thank you everybody for joining. Plants look really nice in a house. You just can't go wrong with any type of plant, and you can actually, for ones that can't be potted, you can just put a little soil down and put them here, and they just look nice. And even like little mob heads. And if you like, I like for the creeper, I want to see the mob head, but if you get down like this and you put it on, jump up and put it on backwards, then you won't see the actual face, and those make really nice lamps too. And again, color, do you want to blend in? Do you want to contrast? Here, like I just wanted an extra, I'll take these on, say, camping trips. So I just wanted a black and white because they're kind of neutral. But here, too, I color. This was another project I did. I've probably redone my storage like 4 times in the 5 years I've had this world. And this took a lot of time to build, and it was kind of expensive materials, but it was so worth it. Originally, I had stone. And that's another thing when you're building a house in survival, build the house. Don't say I'm going to wait till I get quartz. Like I just built it all in stone, and as I like went, and now that the Nether is infinite and we have quartz, now you don't have to worry. It's not so what Zach calls the expensive material. You can actually get it now and then slowly start replacing it. So there's still parts, like I'll show you over here. There's still parts of my house that I haven't remodeled yet. So I went here and this room, because there's a lot of signs too, I'm gonna have to like take screenshots of the signs, and see, this is just regular stone. So I started with just the regular. I just started digging, and it was stone, and then later on I would go and I would start making the expensive materials. This took a while to make, this design, and I had to be very careful too, because of what's above me, and there was a lot of water too. This took a while, but originally it was just, I think, some like glowstone, and then I started making the nicer lighting, and I eventually had a big carpet. I actually had a crop room here because, again, when I first started, I didn't have all these rooms, so I needed crops, and this is where the wheat went, and eventually I moved the crops. So you can constantly improve onto your house and remodel it and make it better and better, and it will get better because we keep getting more blocks, and you keep getting better as a builder the longer you play. So again, I slowly like replaced it with better materials, and I finally decided to do all the shulker boxes, and I just think this looks really nice. So again, if you got materials like emeralds and things, I mean, why put it in a chest and have it sitting around? Display it, and then if you want to swap it out, I mean, I could put some other block here eventually and use those emeralds. But now that we have an infinite world, I'm going to try to keep the materials I have in the chest and just draw from the the new stuff that we have. And again, here's more different. I think I have pretty much every block out here. Yeah, and there is a way to get Bedrock. It was a pain, but there is a way to get Bedrock, because what happened is, in the when it converted, I noticed, to the infinite world, it took some of the Bedrock and got confused, and it didn't know it was unmineable, and I was actually able to like mine it and with a torch, the way you do with the dragon, and get the Bedrock. So I did get a little bit to put there, which is pretty cool. I don't think though I can never move it, so be careful if you put it down. And oh yeah, and not the cauldrons, the composters are great blocks to light with. So they make nice planters and toilets and composters in general. But if you put a light source under them, they will light up, and you can do all kinds of nice things. I made a giant in Superflat, a giant wall, and a map wall, like a 0 out of 4, because now the maps can be different sizes, and I rimmed the whole thing with these composters with glowstone behind it, and it looks really nice. If Zach's still here, he remembers seeing that. And the map walls, if you have huge map walls now, they don't glitch out the way they did before. So I was going to go and show you the horse stable now real quick. Let's go this way real quick. There's so much stuff here. Oh yeah, that was, see, and then adding on. Originally, we didn't have these blocks, the blast furnace and the smokers. So now I was able to do that, and I also have cauldrons you can fill up with all kinds of stuff now. So these are ones that have potions that I use all the time that are ready to go. So this is a little area right here. And yeah, let's go. Which way do I want to take you? I want to take you. Oh, I know which way. I want to take you this way. This is what we didn't see. So, oh yeah, and this is, I showed, we'll go back again, this way, yeah. And you definitely want to have, the reason I built this underwater was because I had a creeper in my house, and I only had one entrance and exit to my base, and that was, of course, I wasn't going to go out, but I really needed to not be stuck in my house. And so what I did was I made this tunnel so I could actually get far away from the house and you know, draw the creeper away. So that's very important. Have multiple entrances and exits. And this is when I finally learned to make banners. And see, with this color, very simple banner, but I do red and yellow and orange, and it picks up really nice with the bright colors. Originally, this room was a lot darker, and I just wanted it for the cats. I wanted it bright and colorful. So, but again, it still kind of stays with the theme of the whole house. I'm not gonna, you know, I still have a limited color palette for the house and limited materials, and I think that's what makes your house look good. If you start putting everything in the kitchen, as they say, the kitchen sink and everything else in your house, it's just going to look too, you know, too messed up. Try to stick with just general themes. Like you'll see this color pattern rug a lot. I may deviate the design, but it's still the, you know, same. Yeah, I showed you did I show you the conduit in here? But see how close I have to get to this conduit to make it work. So this is kind of cool because, of course, doors prevent the water from coming in. And it's funny because, again, like I said before, if you guys, a lot of you weren't here, dig around your base in survival. Dig underneath it, dig around it, because you're going to find cool stuff like ravines like this. And I just love putting them in glass. I know it takes a while. And by the way, the gray glass, I think, is the nicest as far as looks. But the light gray, but this is so cool. I mean, I have so many mines and ravines. I don't have to go far to do all my mining. So when you're starting out in survival and you only have one base, you want to have all these like spawners and, you know, ravines and mines and things where you can get your resources without having to travel like 10,000 blocks. So here we go. The conduit. Yeah, and I tried to make different conduit designs to see how many I could do, and that was kind of fun too. I went on a conduit binge for like a month. I think I put 10 conduits in this world. So yeah, I wanted to go this way. So this is, of course, always good to have nether wart, and this is a brewing area. And again, this is pretty cool. I still have to fix this up. So see, like again, you know, just build and fix things as you go along. There's the furnace, there's the little cooker, and yeah, you can go. How do I get down there again? Because I'm still remodeling. Oh yeah, here. Wait, that's weird. You know what? I think. Oh, I know where it is. It's over. Wait. Ooh, I took that out. You know what? I messed up. I forgot the. Here's the stairs. Oh, I guess because I'm gonna do something else with it, and I forgot. I'm still remodeling. So yeah, there's no way to get down there. But this goes down to a ravine that's loaded with emeralds. So that's nice. Oh, and then here. This goes to a horse stable. So if you have exterior buildings that are above ground, I like to have tunnels that connect to them so I can safely get to those buildings without having to go outside, especially if I'm not in, you know, easy mode. There's nothing here. These are just some little shulker boxes. And then I like this where you just kind of walk through this like waterfall here. And this is my sugarcane farm. And this goes to, yeah, little bathroom. Little bunk beds, because this is not really just a survival house, but this is like the main trains. I call it the main train station. So not only do we have mine carts that will take you to other parts of the world, it's kind of my hub also when you jump through the nether portal. I'll show you that. I have a giant hub in the nether. So here we go, here. Little train carts, and yeah, you know, little decoration tips like, you know, put some rail, put a train cart out, you know, mine cart. Those make kind of cool decorations. You know, just try different things, different ways of lighting. I'm probably going to change this, but I put torches behind iron bars. You know, I'm probably going to put the honey blocks there now that I don't know what's behind there, so I don't know if I can. Actually, you know what? Here's a mistake. I forgot to put the torches back in that one. And I don't have torches in that one either. I think I totally forgot, or it might have erased it. But yeah, I just noticed that's missing right now. So let's go this way. And then we're going to go down here. And you don't need a lot. People have automated farms, and I find the redstone is constantly breaking. I just like to have, the minimum. I mean, honestly, how many cactus are you going to use? How many bamboos, how many sugar cane? And I just, you know what? I have enough. I don't need to have massive automated farms, but I do like having a lot of furnaces, and a lot of, now that we have the blast furnace, which does yours faster, we have the smokers. I like having a lot of those that I can get access to. Wait, did I show you? Yeah, I did show you. I think, you know what? We got to go this way. Sorry about that. We're going to go back down to the horse stable, but I think I showed you. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So see here. So, it's good to have something like the shulker box, just the orange. It just kind of brings a little color to all of this. And it kind of picks up with I could do it red, but I don't know. I like the orange with the red better, because also here you have the orange and the kind of the red right here of the magma block. So, just to pick up a little hint of color, and everything else is kind of more monochrome. And, again, I could make an orange flower and blend that in, or, the kind of bright blue cyan color kind of is more of an opposite to the orange, but you can do different things with color. Like, there's books on color theory. I used to, my degree is in film, and my specialty at USC was photography, and I was a teaching assistant when I went to school in color photography, and my mother was an oil painter. So, get familiar with color and experiment with different colors, because, the colors you use, Minecraft isn't black and white. The colors you use will really determine kind of like the feel of your build. It isn't just the style of whether your home is modern or medieval or suburban or colonial. It's also the colors, you use make a huge difference, I mean, white always looks really clean, and if you just add these spots of color, like see in here, the red looks so nice, so I tried to, like, just a little hint of red, rimming this with red. Also details, just adding little details like stairs to give a little depth to your build. Fireplaces always look good. Now we have two types. We have the nether rack that you can light, or we have the campfires. I kind of like the nether rack better. I wish we had a campfire that didn't smoke. Just different little things you can add. Again, plants. Here I just stuck with, like, see the orange here. So, you got orange here, you got red here. Just little hints of color. Let's go down to the I want to go down to the horse stables now. So, and again, I should show you this. So this, like I said, comes up to the outdoor horse stable. So again, I want a really safe place to come to if I'm in non-peaceful mode. And then here, I'm always going to want on the top of the horse stable, I like to have glass to see that my horse is still there. And also I like to have beds. So if I'm out here and I'm doing something and it turns dark, and also a little like exit here, so I can jump down here. See, I can jump down here. I'm going to close this. I can jump down safely into water, and it's lit up, so I don't have to worry if I need to escape. So I like to have that. Yeah, see how much lag is here? So, yeah, and I like to have also, you got to make sure you have an open area so your horse can come out. That horse I don't think is tamed yet. So I added a bunch of different little buildings. Oh, and watch out, which are chickens, because I'm in a jungle. The ocelots definitely eat the chickens. And, the new foxes, they can actually go under the fencing. I had one eat a chicken, and then, like, it had the chicken in the mouth. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, and there's Zorro, and there's another horse. I think he's called Hi-Ho Silver after Lone Ranger or something. He's gone. And he, even though and he has good armor on him, and he has a saddle and a name tag, and that horse is absolutely gone, and he was tamed in survival. I mean, he should not be gone. Yeah, see right here, all these torches. This is kind of old, so I remember building this. Yeah, I don't like I love jungle trees, but I hate the jungle. So what I recommend is take your jungle trees and build them in a non-jungle biome. And if you want the green grass, just use like wool, or use now we have the colored, Concrete powder makes really nice lawns. Like you can mow the lawns by alternating the concrete and the concrete powders. And, you know, you could have dark green and lime concrete powder, and it makes a nice mowed lawn, and the sheep won't like screw it up. And you can put the jungle trees in there. But there's no purpose to have all these ocelots spawning because they serve no purpose anymore. Before you would use them to lure and tame them and turn them into cats, and it just lags the game. So originally, I needed to be in a jungle, and this is where it spawned, but now I kind of, you know, regret it. And the swamp water wasn't so nasty, so but I use slime a lot. But yeah, my horse is completely gone. I do not see the horse anywhere. So I noticed a couple of my animals are gone in Bedrock. Another reason I'm going to wait. Oh, yeah, and then here's an update I did. Talk about decoration ideas for your lawn. Don't forget conduits. Conduits are really nice ways. Instead of putting torches down that look kind of cheesy, the conduits really make nice little, you know, lighting decorations. And here before we could not put water in stairs, and now we can see I can make this really nice design and just put a little water. And what you can do, I don't want to break this because I'm in survival, but what you can do here, let me get rid of this. I don't need to have that right there. What you can do here, which is really nice, is if you put glowstone under this, and you know, or even you could put a torch under it, and then you put the stairs here. At night, it'll give a really nice subtle lighting and to the water, and it just, I don't know, it looks super nice. It doesn't do much to keep the mobs away. I don't think it's bright enough, but just to have a little lighting at night, and you're anywhere you can, like under stairs outside, it's just really nice looking. And yeah, and then, you know, just having these little like gardens right here, you know, that it's a way to do lighting, and, you know, having some barrels with some, you know, stuff in there, that's pretty good too. And yes, this is survival, even though it has a spawn egg in it. So here we go. And, you know, just a little parkour thing, little, you know, having these little, I don't know, a little splash of color. And again, this was like ugly green swamp color. So what I did was I slowly collected sand from the desert, and see, this is the color. I just didn't like that, and I just started putting the sand, and I think it just lit everything up, you know, up nicely. And again, covering the ravine with glass. Originally, all we had was white glass. We hadn't had stained glass yet. So with the stained glass, I just used the glass we had, and then I went back, and it just looked so terrible, you know, and especially in the old, I really like the new default textures. So it looked better, but it still didn't look as nice as when I discovered the light gray is my favorite in this texture. I eventually replaced this with light gray, and it looks so much better. And again, these little hanging lights were very basic. I think it was just like wood and glowstone. And hey, hi, House Flippers, thanks for joining. And eventually, you know, I made just nicer stuff here. I made grass pass. The beacon I finally put in, because I think this is the only one I have in this survival world. And so anyway, I want to go down to the horse stable now to show you. But yeah, this is my yard. Also what I tried to do, this helped me a lot. Again, once we could grow giant mushrooms, and they generated in swamps anyway, I decided to put some mycelium down and use some bone meal and grow some giant mushrooms. And not only does it give a little bit of color to the swamp biome, but I think it looks really nice. Just again, the red picks up with the kind of the red theme. And again, you know, here, and I had to be very careful because a couple times I was mining and I broke a piece, and this will die really quickly, so you got to be really careful. But just adding this little bit of red here with the red of the right here, it just kind of makes this dreary swamp pop out. And again, like doing these stairs, it just gives a little more depth and detail to the conduit. So and then even doing things like this, putting these little you know, coral, dead coral fans on top look really nice. And by the way, with the you can take this and make a chicken like coop now. Use this as like the bedding of the chicken coop. Put an item frame, put an egg, and make it look kind of like a nest where the chickens have laid eggs. And I grew up on a chicken farm in Connecticut, so I like the chickens, you know. But yeah, this is, see, all my little animal pens, and I want to see if all my animals, like, okay, so it took me a while too, because I kind of like threw everybody in everywhere. I found, and the game over the years, it did some, yeah, all my, see, my chickens are gone. I think the ocelots came and ate the chickens. So yeah, that chicken is gone, and Yeah, I was going to say before we go over there, actually, we'll go over there and I'll come back. Sorry, I'm so scattered. I'm just kind of bouncing around. I like to have, again, cactus. And the good thing about the swamp is even if originally we didn't have these blue orchids, but when the world converted over and it gave it to us, if you take bone meal and you go to your swamp area, you can now use it as kind of a flower farm and have all the blue orchids in the world, and I love the blue orchids. But over here, what I tried to do to kind of solve the lag issue is I made like a lot. I noticed a lot of ocelots were like over here. Yeah, see what it did with the gate? I'm just going to leave it because I don't want the ocelots to go out, but the gate should be down. But what I did was I kind of made an Ocelot Sanctuaries, number one, so they wouldn't roam around and like lag my world. And then the more you have, there's a generation cap where things can't keep generating. So if these kind of stay here in their pen, I'm not going to have more kind of milling around ruining my world. But there was a point with the pandas. Oh my God, it was, I couldn't breed anything, and I had to go and like I did a video on it. It took like 4 days to import my pandas because I had to go so far away where I could actually breed anything because nothing would breed here. Now look at pigs and things that would not generate before generating. But yeah, it made my farm useless because I couldn't breed anything. Let's go over here. I think I got, yeah, here's the pigs over here. They're still here. And yeah, horses nowhere to be found. It despawned. So, and then here, what I tried to do here that I find, especially if I'm not colorblind, but some people are colorblind, a little bit. I guess 10% of all men. I know my friend Mike came over and I'd show him like my world, and he's like, I don't understand the colors because he's like red and green colorblind. So finally, we decided to like name the sheep, and it also makes it easier because honestly, the light blue and the cyan and the magenta and pink sometimes look the same. Or if you're going in different texture packs and the sheep are all like plaid or something and you want to know what color it is, so it's really good to name everybody. So you can't see because I can't reach that one, but yeah, I just and they should be kind of more organized by colors, but oh well, they are what they are. But yeah, and there's my two. See that now, that was like an ocelot I imprisoned, so I'm just going to keep him. I think, does he have a name? Yeah, Jax. And there's 11, and 11 is from that TV show. I'm kind of remember what it is. The one that they canceled with the supernatural kid, so she was called 11. And then just, I don't know where I got Pinky. I think Pinky was my pink sheep that died, and I like decided to name him Pinky. But yeah, and it took forever. Again, the mushroom cows were not natural. I had to import those from the mushroom island, and that took absolutely forever. So I wish I could breed, but I don't think I can breed anything. And the sheep, what I did with them is I would capture them, and like with the pandas and other things, you can actually bring them through the nether portal, but you have to be careful because like big things like pandas, they get stuck in the nether portal and they die. Let's go down to the horse stable because this is a pretty big thing I wanted to show you. So so if we there should be a switch, yeah. So I put a switch here, and if you get just right here. Oh, you're kidding. The switch doesn't work anymore? The red. Oh, there we go. Okay, it did. That's good. So okay, so originally what I was saying is I had a really cheesy horse stable, and I decided to redesign it because taking the horses in and out of here were just a nightmare, and I just had, it really looked ugly. It was like a checkered pattern, like carpeting, and, I tried to do something much nicer, and so it took a while to kind of get the carpet design down too, and I wanted to have, when I built this, I didn't know it was going to be 500 blocks long. I'm still not done, you'll see. But anyway, I ended up having to put a rail system in because there's no way I want to walk. And there's times where, of course, at the horse stable, I want horses, and there's times I don't. So what I want to do is it looked kind of like very repetitive, and it looked kind of like oppressive, all being the same underground. So what I did was I made what are called dioramas, and dioramas are little displays, and I decided to make it in a 3x3. So I wanted to see, I'm not done yet, you'll see the ones I did, but I wanted to represent each unique biome or like, structure in only a 3x3 space. So like a little nine by nine, I guess, nine total cube. And it's kind of hard. So this is supposed to represent like a horse stable and my world. because there's no horses in here. And then here, and again, I had like if you come over here, I had the redstone torch, and that managed to keep the horse from jumping over, and I could get in and move it because the horse needs like a two wide door in order to pass, but I don't want to put doors on here because I want to be able to see the horses and the dioramas. So this is, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll have to figure that out. But for this horse, I'm not going to go in, but you can see I gave the composters really look like nice feeding troughs for the horse, and then I put water in here, and I put, I think if I want potions, it's a good way to like kind of integrate your brewing into just a design element. And then hay, if I ever needed the bread, I've got hay bales again. Instead of putting it in a chest, might as well put it here. But this is supposed to be the bamboo biome here, and this is the stairs which we saw. And then here, this is supposed to be a little desert biome, and this one is supposed to be like a berry taiga biome with a jack-o'-lantern backwards. This is supposed to be like a little mushroom biome. This is like a badlands biome. And this one is underwater biome. What's this? Another different mushroom one. What else is this? This is, oh yeah, this one we can go in. So just break that and jump in. So this is supposed to be a woodland mansion, where you get that room that has the pumpkin and the ladders all around it. So I wanted to make like a little like woodland mansion one. And what else? So, and then oh yeah, this is supposed to be like an end city, where you go get like the you get the shulker, and you get the little banner. So that's pretty cool. So put that back. And yeah, so these are future ones. Oh, yeah, this is supposed to be where you get, that room where you get the nether wart inside the fortress. So I made that. And this is where I'm like working. So what I did was I don't want to have any, I want to have, see how this color is completely different than that one. I don't want to put them so that they're the same ones are next to each other. I want like, so this one's bright, that one's more dark. So what these blocks are, these are all temporary blocks, and these outline what, until I'm done building it, it'll tell me exactly what biome this is. And I might actually break it and integrate it in so you can see it as a glance. But this is, all these ugly blocks up here aren't going to be here anymore. But yeah, and then you can see I'm digging it out, and this is going to take absolutely forever. It's these big projects like my friend Zach, he does on his channel, Zach TV18, he does these massive like projects like 300 block mansions. And I saw there was another YouTube I saw where this is supposed to be for bees, so I marked that for bees since I didn't have a honey block at the time to put there. But and this is going to be for my sheep. But anyway, I was going to say like I saw another guy, he does these massive like cruise ships, and there was another friend Josh, he did like this massive temple. And these projects in survival, when you try to do smaller projects to start, because if you do these big projects, you're going to get frustrated. They're very, digging all this out is going to be extremely repetitive and time consuming, and you're just going to lose interest. So if you're going to do big projects, you got to have different things that you're building so that you can, take a break from it and go to something else. Again, here's a nice little ravine right here. So I just covered it with glass. I don't know what I'm going to do here, but right now I just wanted it covered so it's safe. For some reason, too, with the Pillage and Village, when it made the Pillage and Village part of my world, it always likes to put like these dangerous ravines right in the middle of the village or next to the village where the villagers can fall in. So I really try to have the glass. When I go to a village now, I try to have two things. I try to have fish so I can tame the cats, because the cats will start eating the rabbits. And, I want to just tame them right away while they're there. And I also bring glass to, or anything I need to kind of cover up the ravines, dirt, whatever you want to cover your ravine with, because you really don't want the villagers to fall in. And even though I covered one ravine, I noticed like another thing that broke my world is I went to one of the new desert villages. See there, another nether portal. And when I went to one of the villages, I noticed all the villagers were gone, and there was no cobwebs. It was a village with villagers, and they're gone now. Oh, I was going to say here, So here's like, because this is my mine card, I'm just gonna have a couple. These are some of my banners. I put those in there. Another Ender Dragon egg, because I didn't know where to put it. But yeah, since this is my horse stable, I have maps, and I have saddles. What is in this map? I'm just curious, real quick. Oh, that's just a generic map. I'm gonna stick it back. But yeah, I just have the stuff I need to light the nether portal. I have, all the mine carts. I have a pickaxe, and I just have some saddles if I want the horses. So this is just a little way station, couple grindstones. Why not? Oh, this is cool. So this, I wanted to do something cool here. So again, this is supposed to be like a little. Let's go over here so you can see it. Come on. So over here, I thought this was kind of cool. A little like representation of what a mine would be. So you've got some rail, you've got the torch, you've got, sometimes like you've got a part of it is blocked by like it's not a full, it has like a little like block that kind of cuts into the wood of the mine shaft, and a couple cobwebs. So this is my representation of like a mine. So I thought that was kind of cool. And this one's just kind of basic and generic. I don't have any diorama behind that one. So let's go over here. So this was kind of here, so I decided again I wanted to have kind of rock the mining theme right here. So I wanted to make this look very overgrown because it's a little secret spot in my world. So just kind of, no stairs. You kind of have to jump around. I don't think there's anything there anyway. It's all blocked off. But yeah, I just wanted to make it look super, super overgrown. Like it's like I think it was Dallas Med 65. I was watching one of his and another guy. I'm trying to remember the other guy's name. I've watched so many Minecrafters, but they were saying, if you have a world that's been around for a while, make it look make parts of it look overgrown. Make it look like it's been there. Don't make everything look new, where there's nothing there. Okay, there's an ocelot in my bed. Hello, Mr. Ocelot. I'm just going to leave him there. You're enjoying the bed. Little bell, little jukebox. So this is just like a little music chill out area, little campfire. So that's kind of cool. Oops. Okay, so how do I get out again? It's kind of sneaky. Yes, there is a way to get out. I got in here and I've gotten out before. I'm trapped. Okay, you know what? Fine, we'll go this way. There we go. Yeah, make sure you have vines so you can get out of the... And there's another little sneaky area you can go in that has some, like, cool stuff. I like to also, in a survival world that is this old, sometimes if I have some good stuff I found, I like to build, like, weird statues. So you're walking around, like, a cave and there's nothing there, but if you walk around, there's, like, this weird statue, like, in the cave, or there'll just be, like, a chest with some goodies or a secret room. I like to have secret spots in my world. This is the farming area where the horses breed. That's why I wanted to link this. So I'm going to go down and you can see where we were. This is the horse subway. And again, I made it, not stairs aren't really good. It's much better to have the slabs. The horses like it better. It's more natural for them. And again, just, nice little design. And I stuck with just a very basic color theme. I wanted it bright, but I wanted a little different because this is connecting the underground base with the house, which is the farmhouse is a completely different color theme. And I just thought this looked really nice. It was really bright. This was a pain. This is snow. And eventually, when I first put the lights in, I didn't count them properly. And when we came over here, these lights went right against this wall, which looked awful. So yes, it took a while, but I had to carefully, with a Silk Touch pickaxe, break all this down and move it over. And I wanted a tree here, and the tree was a little higher than the ceiling, so I just decided to kind of make this art sculpture out of the tree and do something interesting with this area. But I just wanted something really like fun and light and colorful. Of course, you want to always have beds, and if you're going to have beds where other people that are in your world can sleep, or you want to reset your spawn point, don't just slap beds down. Like, integrate it into a nice design. Here we have some tulip farms here, and then here, since I have water anyway and the water was here, I might as well make like a little kelp garden right here. So if we come here, and then, like the corners, instead of having square corners, I think diagonal just adds a little nice design here. And see, we can go in here and get the kelp. And yeah, if you have anything like redstone or any special things like this, always have like a secret entrance where you can go in to fix it, because sometimes things do get broken. And another thing, adding depth like this, where it's like here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 blocks in, it just makes the build come more alive to have that extra depth in your build. And see, if you come here, that's where we were, where we went through that little secret area right here. So this is the end of it. And again, the rail goes all the way from here, from the base of this to the base of the end of the horse stable is 500 blocks, which is just insane in survival. Yeah, it's getting to a point. I don't know. I built so many big things. I think I just want to build some little things for a while. I mean, these big projects just took so much time. I'll show you the giant temple. Actually, you know what? We'll go sleep in the farmhouse. You can see this lit up at night. So over here too, again, I always like to get some villagers and imprison them. And I think these guys have jungle outfits. Oh, little things too, like if you want to have some materials out in the open, you don't just want to have a chest, you can make like a little cart right here, and this is kind of like all my farming stuff. So I have it right out where I can get to it, and it's kind of nice just to have it there. And then here I imprisoned some villagers. I got them over here from the village, and they should still be here. Yeah, they're sleeping in their little beds. So and I put the appropriate items so they would have the appropriate profession, because now they have to have certain items to have certain professions. And yeah, this barn is really ancient, so I don't know if I like the torches. I'm gonna leave it there. And you see, this is so old, it has the original flowers, but I'm just gonna leave it probably the way it is. But and again, this was the first ravine I wanted to cover up with glass, and it took forever. And then I just did not like the way the regular glass looked in the classic texture, so it took me forever. But I finally just replaced it all with the gray glass, and then I decided to do all of them with gray glass. And over here somewhere, there's a secret little place. I'm looking for it. I think it's over here. Okay. Might be over here. I built this recently, and I know where it is. I think there's another ravine over here. It's like a little zombie spawner area, but I have a much nicer zombie trap than this one. But let me see if I can find it. Thought it was over here. And you know what? It might have erased it. That's what I'm thinking, because it wasn't in this one. There was another one that was right here, and I don't see it. Yeah, it was like right in here. And yeah, I'm going to have to go look at my legacy one. Oh no, you know what? Maybe it's here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it should be right here. There we go. It didn't erase it, thankfully. So we're going to drop down here. Come on. Yeah, this is it. So we're going to drop down here. And yeah, and using things like little mob heads or colored like blocks or designs help you kind of know which direction to go in. So I think this just goes, yeah, that just goes out. I haven't been in this. I think I played this once. The other one's so much better that I built in another part of my world that I didn't bother. So if we go here... Yeah, that just goes to water, and here we go. Almost there. So here we go. So again, if you have a jungle biome and you put the grass down underneath, it's still going to have the same color grass. And I just love how bright green this grass looks. It just looks fantastic. So here is going to be, my little, crafting area, cooking area. And then here, of course, I don't want the zombies to come get me. So the little fencing. So basically what you do And this should be a conduit. Yeah, there it is. And I have conduit power. Very important. So this is a zombie trap. So basically, I found the spawner. So what you do is, again, we're in peaceful mode, but I'm gonna have the spawner. And again, I can't urge enough. Have multiple exits. You know, if you go in there and you need to get out, and if you have iron doors, make sure you have you know, multiple buttons in case one gets broken, like I have two. So what I'll do is I'll like open this up, and then of course I have a lever, so I'll put it in non-peaceful, and I'll open it up for the zombie. And if it's a regular zombie and I just want to kill him, I can kill him. Now what I can do is I can lure the zombie out, like say I want to make him a drown, because if they turn into a drown and they have a trident, it's a good way to get a trident. I've gotten, I think, elytra wings, not in this one, but my other zombie trap I made. So what'll happen is the zombie will come in and it'll fall in here, and then you got to kind of ferment it a little bit, you know, like cooking. So you have to wait. It's going to take a while to turn into the drowned. So then what you do is, it's very important. You're going to want to go in here, get your conduit power so you don't drown and you have night vision, because you know they have to be dark so they turned into a drowned. And now that I have my conduit power, and I can open this door, whack them, and then easily kill them. And I put a drain there just because it adds a little bit of light, and also it looks kind of more natural. So anyway, and now I can go ahead and I can kill my drowned and get my goodies, and then come out here safely. So that's my little zombie trap when I'm not in peaceful mode. See, and that opens up the trap. I mean, I could probably do something better, but hey, at least the redstone works. And then over here, again, I don't want them opening any doors or anything. So, and oh, in my other one too, I have a cured villager too. So I have an area where I can cure the villagers. So I have two traps, one for if it's a zombie villager. And then of course, you always want to have a bed close by to any of your traps, because you definitely want to set your spawn point, because if you don't set your spawn point and you die, then you're going to have to, and you lose like your good stuff, you're going to have to come back. So I want to make sure all my good stuff is here. And I think if I go here, this comes out to where the conduit is, so you can see how far away the conduit is. So yeah, I built the conduit right here. Again, I try to do different designs every time. So there's my conduit. And see, now that's weird. When I go in that other place, oh, there, it's giving me the conduit power now. And if I get any loot and I don't feel like using it right away, I put this chest out here, and that way I can just drop the loot into that chest right there. So how do I get back down again? There it is. So we're going to go back down here. Okay, here we go. Whee! So that's going to go there. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Wood buttons actually go faster, but the stone integrates nicer to the design, so I just left the stone. Okay, now we're going to go back this way, and I'll show you the farmhouse. Yeah, like I said, have different types of projects to keep yourself motivated, because if you're just doing the same thing, you're going to get so unmotivated. And sometimes you can, like I said, just build with what you have, like in life. You know, you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to live homeless in a tent till I have money to buy like, you know, an $80 million mansion in Beverly Hills. No, you're going to get a place to live, you know. You're going to get like a cheesy apartment and not the best neighborhood, just so you have a roof over your head. And then as you expand, you know, hey, I got more money now. I graduated school. I got a job. You know, I got a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You know, or I got some cool friends from school. We're going to get our first apartment. We're going to get a nicer place. You know, like you upgrade. And I think it's the same thing with Minecraft. You build what you can, and then you upgrade as you go along, and you keep playing. So this farmhouse is, speaking of which, was like really terrible. It was all cobblestone. It was like a really bad design, and I made a really cheesy like tower just to kind of, so I'd have a tower to see what was like out here, so I'd know what direction to build in and travel in. And you know, I think I've remodeled it like 3 or 4 times now. So it was just cobblestone. It looked horrible. Then I decided to add some mossy cobblestone, so it looked a little bit better. And then finally, I just like I did 3 times now. I completely remodeled it, and I'm not going to change it. It is what it is, and it's a farmhouse. It's supposed to be a little wonky, so that's it. So oh, this is funny. Like somehow there was a glitch and the shulker box and the armor stand ended up like like moving. Like I think the shulker box was here and it kind of did this. And you know what? It works fine. I can open the shulker box. Ooh, look what it did. It pushed him. Okay, that was not cool. Maybe I should have left it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to move that now. So but yeah, so anyway, but I'm not gonna save this copy anyway. And yeah, and always if you can, it's good to have more than one bed, because if you have friends playing, you can all sleep at the same time and you can be in the same location. So, if appropriate, I at least have a double bed in every area, or, like a building nearby with another bed. Again, here's another little bathroom. And these are just stairs now that go to like a little like attic area. And, here's the grindstone and the, what's this called again? The stone cutter. So, and barrels are nice, like in these kind of more rustic builds. The barrels are really nice because they fit in. You don't have to worry about the clearance like you do with the chests. And, they just integrate nicely. They look like just kind of part of the design of the house. So let's go here, and yeah, here's another bed and a little just, and I like, again, when you're building your houses, one thing that makes your houses really good is just like in real life, the nicer the location. If you go to Malibu and you've got a beautiful cliff with the Pacific Ocean, you're not going to build a cheapy house on there. You're going to build a nice house because you have a nice view. If you've got nice mountains or a nice park, or like in Minecraft you have, like, say, a nice flower forest is always nice to build in. So location is everything. Finding a good location and then planning out your windows so that you get like here, if we go upstairs, I want to have windows where I can get a nice, here, I want to be able to see my barn here because this is really nice, and I want to see this nice jungle, and I want to see my ravine. So, plan out. You don't want to have like tons of windows everywhere because, you want to have walls, or maybe you can integrate a fireplace or, a stairwell. So you're not going to have windows everywhere, but you're going to have windows to kind of integrate also here. I always like to have roof access. I think I took the roof access out of this one. I'm going to have to put that in. But if I can have a ladder to go to the roof, not only will that help me to repair, but or maybe change the roof, but also to see what's there. So let's go downstairs here. And I try to have double stairs where appropriate. It wasn't appropriate for this build. It was my birthday one year, so I put a cake here. There's Lassie. That was my first dog in real life. And, again, just little item frame, apple, just try to make it look all rustic. Just little flowers. And for here, a torch is fine. I don't need to put any other lighting because this is kind of like a rustic house. So this is the Valley of the Horses train station. Life is a journey, peasant's cottage, and root cellar. Yes, I have a root cellar, so we can go here and see the root cellar. So this was built a long time ago. It was just a place to go in the jungle, get the cocoa beans, and have a safe place to put it. So it's very basic. And again, jack-o'-lanterns make nice lighting. They're going to look cheesy in a modern house maybe, but here it just fits. It's orange. This is orange, and it's just a very basic root cellar. And I could probably flip these pumpkins around and face them like the opposite direction, like this, the jack-o'-lanterns. But it's fine. It's a root cellar. So this is just where I keep like potatoes or different food that you might want to have in your game. So and again, these were the only flowers we had, so I'm never going to change it. It's kind of a memory of what was here. And with crops, you can make proper like gardens, that are all fenced in. But sometimes it's just not nice to kind of make a pond or take the ponds. I didn't dynamite. You can actually expand your ponds in survival and dynamite them. But here it's just really nice to be able to just take a pond that's here and just take a hoe and kind of break this out and just make natural gardens. So rather than have like a major farm, I just kind of made, see over here's carrots, some sugar cane, just natural farms. Here's some more carrots over here. And oh, what really stinks too is this world is so old. This was a really nice like snowy taiga, and they changed the biome. The biomes have numbers for the programmers, and they changed them. So unfortunately now here this goes down to another mine. Got to have mines in survival. So what happened was they changed it around, and unfortunately that's not snowy anymore. Oh, there is a secret place. I'm thinking if I can remember where it is. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I sometimes I build these secret areas and I want to forget that they're there, so then I kind of surprise myself, and I think that's kind of fun too. When you have a big survival world, of course you're not going to go 100,000 blocks out and build a secret area because honestly, you will definitely never probably find it unless you write it down and screenshot it. But within the large biome or within like even this is still like if you were to look on a map, this is in the medium area. Here it is. It's just fun to put these little secret areas so that you walk around, you're like, oh, what's this? And you're kind of curious and you go down here and so here's my little secret area. It's just all the different plants and flowers of the game. So, again, if I take bone meal and like slap it, I mean, I would have to plant these. I can actually make more. So I just want to have one of each one here. And it's just something nice. And again, now in the infinite mode, we have a lot of clay. Plus, I have a lot of swamp. So I have a lot of clay. And I'm able to then take the flowers and dye it. And I just thought this just made a nice little area. And I think there's actually a mine here. You know what? I might have sealed it up. I think there was a door that went to the mine. Oh, there it is. No, there it is. Okay. Okay, so here and see we have a nice little mine right here if I want to go get some resources. But anyway, this is just and what goes down here? I think actually, let's go see if I did anything else down here. I think it just goes to Y12. Yeah, I didn't build anything here, so it just goes to... Oh, yeah, here's what I did. So this is natural, and I want to show you again. If you go, see, I'm at Y11, Y12, like see where everything's kind of right here if I jump up the majority of blocks. So anywhere between Y9 and Y15 is where the loot is. And it likes to be not only on this level of the Y-axis, but it likes to be around lava, which, of course, is dangerous. But if you take a bucket, you can make this all obsidian and be safe, or you can cover it with stone. If you're mining, you're going to end up having a lot of stone, so you can cover this up. But see, this is the natural generation, so I wanted to dig this out to show you guys how the world does it. And again, it'll the most you might get is 6 of anything. You will get with the coal, you're going to get a lot more grouped together, but usually, I noticed the lapis will be 2 to 4. The redstone will be 4 to 6. The gold will be like anywhere from 2 to 6. Emeralds are 1, and diamonds can be anywhere from like 1 to 6 blocks. So again, and also see right here we have a natural little cobblestone generator. If you just kind of look right in the middle. So this is always good if you want to have a cobblestone generator and you don't want to build one, just one ready to go. So anyway, that's what that is there. And let's see. Let's go back up now. Oh, where does this go? This is okay. So I have two escape routes. Yeah, I can't say enough the importance of multiple escape routes when you're not in peaceful mode. So here's that was the little room we were in. And yeah, and I don't want to make it so secretive. Obviously, I want to have it marked because if it's so secretive, that's just a tower with another mine right there. So yeah, if it's too secretive, you'll never find it again. So let's go sleep. Yeah, I'll show you my giant temple. Oh my god, that took a month. I never get dizzy playing Minecraft, and it made me like nauseous and dizzy building it. It is so big. I don't ever think I'm going to build anything that big ever again in survival. Once I'm done with the horse stable, I don't know. Who knows? I might feel motivated. And yeah, everything I built in this world, I built by myself. Like on my friend Zach's world or a couple other people, they have other people come and, I've worked with other people, but I just, from my worlds, I just kind of enjoy building by myself. Maybe I'll change that and have like a separate section for people to build on. Which way do I want to take you guys? You know what? Let's go this way. So. And eventually, what I will do in this world is the railroad only goes one way. Since it's just me, it doesn't matter. And I have stops, but in some places I've added rail. I know it's so slow in Bedrock. It was so fast before. That's something I wish they fixed. But what I'm going to probably eventually do is have a expressway running along the side. So I only need to I don't have to build a whole nother railroad, just, kind of widen this. And that way I have an express that goes all the way to the end of the farthest parts of my map. So if I want to go, 20,000 blocks, it's just an express. I don't have to get off every stop. And I can just let it go and, like, I don't know, go wash the dishes, walk the dog, and come back. Now, this stunk because this was my Christmas area of my world, and it no longer snows here. So I actually had to go and get, like, snow caps from my snowy part and make this manually because I didn't want to, like, move all this stuff. So, yeah, this is why it's like there's no, like, snow caps here. But anyway, this is again another mine, and I just covered it with packed ice and added a little bit of. Now this won't melt because this will stay frozen, but this part, some of it melted when it was no longer a snow biome. So the trick you can do if you had that problem is the blue ice will absolutely not melt. So then I just added blue ice in here. Here's my Christmas candy canes. Here's my little, like, sad attempt at a Christmas tree. And this is one of two menorahs. It destroyed my other menorah because it's at the end of the world. So here's my little menorah. And this is a suburban house. This I think I've remodeled twice. I mean, it's pretty good, but I wanted to change a few things to modernize it. But, and yeah, at least my dog's still here. I thought I had named him. That's really weird. So here's the inside of the house. Is this guy named? Yeah, Cody. After a while, you're totally going to run out of names. So, any suggestions of good names, let me know. Because, yeah, I'm like, I got to make a list too. Because sometimes you'll forget and you'll name something the same, and then you forgot you named it that. So then later on, it's like, oops, I have two Jakes. But yeah, this I swapped out. I like the more brighter tile for this. But I think I'm just going to leave this. Oh my God. So when Pillage and Village came out, I wanted to, I was changing the door to dark oak because I thought it looked nicer. And oh my God, it totally crashed my world. So it's amazing. Always make backups of your world. Here's a little pool area, pool table. Yeah, and see what it did here. So it took, yep. So here I could have this touching here, and you can't have item frames touching each other. So now I lost two item frames. So that really stinks. So I'm looking, is there a chest I can put it in so I don't forget? So yeah, that really, it's done some funky things with item frames. Is there anything in here? Yeah, not. So I'm going to put this in here. Here you can have an egg too. Actually, we'll put we'll put the egg in the kitchen. Nope, I'll just leave the egg here. So, oh yeah, here we didn't have the shulkers, so I wanted like one of those red rolling like toolboxes. So I actually it just had red wool, I think, and then once we had the shulker boxes, those look really nice for like a kind of a garage work area. So yeah, sometimes you can put a car in a garage. I don't always put garages in all my houses, but eventually I'll show you guys my other. And actually on if you're bored on December 26th, I am going to, and there is an upstairs. I'm not going to show you though. Nothing special. But on December 26th, it will be the 5-year anniversary of my super flat world. This one's almost 5 years. I think I started this one January, so it'll be 5 years in January. But I will do a full world tour, and I built probably like 200 or 300 things in that world. So, so what I did here, this is something I added this year. a nice little Christmas area, and I extended these boxes down, so now you can basically, I put a lot of good loot in here, so on Christmas you can kind of rate it. And then yeah, a nice little candy cane design to kind of go. And the little, I think for Christmas, if you want to decorate your world for Christmas, the berries with the white tulips, or anything white, the white roses, anything white with the berries spaced out look really nice, and the end rods look kind of like icicles. I think that makes a nice build. So here you can go up and you can go into the Christmas presents. And originally I had chests, but now that we have shulker boxes, and I gave myself some presents. And so each one, yeah, each one has some goodies in there. So, and if you want to have people, friends, and maybe you want to play in your world, and they're like, oh, I kind of want to, if you have some goodies and Christmas presents, that's a good way to entice them. Or maybe it's their birthday, and you make a little special thing in Minecraft as a birthday present. And again, all these torches in survival, you're gonna have a lot of torches up, and they look really tacky, honestly. So eventually, I'm going to I'm gonna get rid of the torches and do lanterns or something better. Hey, bunny. Let's go over here. So let's jump on the train. So originally over here, I had I had mentioned before at my spawn point, I had pandas, and I was at my max, so because the stupid ocelots kept generating, so I couldn't breed the pandas. So what I ended up doing was this was the closest I could get the pandas. So I managed to get pandas here, and these pandas will breed. This is Chi-Chi. What's that one's name? Let's go over here. Yeah, and see, I hate that. All the fencing. I should bring an axe with me. All the fencing got messed up like that. And see how it looks, it's supposed to be even. I think this one, did I already fix that one? Yeah, that one, those are fine. I don't know why that one. So anyway, I had a little kelp right here. And then, yeah, that's Chi-Chi. And what's that one's name? Excuse me. Yeah, unfortunately, you're too fat to escape, so I can fix that. And you're, yeah, Zuzu. So anyway, I know they probably need a bigger enclosure, but I didn't want them to despawn, so I tried to keep the enclosure, like, not so they're so jammed in, but small enough that I'm not worried. I don't know what the maximum size is, but I didn't want to risk it. So anyway, and in the desert, I try to use, I mean, you can build any house in any biome, but I try to I like for the taiga to make more like cabiny type of builds, rustic builds. In the desert, I try to have more kind of Arabic kind of look to and feel to it. And these are just horses. Yeah, Black Pearl, Desert Rose. What's this one called? Zeus. Like I said, and it's funny because I didn't know horses have different health and speed and jumping ability. Now I know. So I may not even keep these horses. I need to tame them, and I've been saving. I'm going to tame them in another video. And yeah, all the ones that aren't good need to go. I hate to kill the horses. Oh yeah, and you got to be careful. This was my cat breeding house because ocelots kept showing up, and I tamed them. And because this is an open desert field, they were jumping out even with the cactus. So I ended up moving the cats to the basement. So let's go over there. And adding water in the desert really makes it come alive. Or even now that we have the red sandstone, just alternating the red and the regular sandstone. I mean, makes a nice little design. And again, backward stairs here, so that you can have this nice little water feature and put glowstone under there. That looks really nice. Little plants, anything to just kind of liven it up. So here we go again. I definitely need to find an axe. This is ridiculous. All right, here we go. I like little outdoor sitting areas because, again, this isn't a house, it's a train station. So in a survival world, if you have multiple friends playing, like you have a server, it's nice to have these kind of communal crafting areas. So they may come into your survival world and they don't have, anything yet because, again, it takes a while to, build a anvil or build a blast furnace or a stone cutter or a grindstone. Sorry, my throat. I'm probably gonna have to get some water. So, to have these little areas that are communal where they can get some crops to eat. I remember when we were in Hannah's World the other day, and Zach was in there with me, and he's like, "Oh, I'm over here, and I can't get back to you because there's no good food," And he was like trying to grow some crops. So to have like these little, waypoints are really nice. And again, carpeting, try to experiment with different colors. I think that the lime green with the cyan and the light blue is a really nice color combination. And again, experiment with different types of designs. Don't always make your car. I mean, sometimes solid carpet's great. Sometimes checkered pattern is great. But I think having different colored carpets and different designs. And again, you can use the glazed terracotta and make carpet out of that. But just having different types of carpet designs will really make your house look so much nicer. Or even like different types of tables. Like here, I just used the now that we have the different colored walls, some, red sandstone with a gold pressure plate. I think that looks really nice for this build. And here we go, because this was right behind this, it knocked my map off the wall. That's horrible. So that's totally not nice. So unfortunately, yep, I can't put it back because the sea eggs there, so we'll just put it back. So there's where we are right now, and there's like my world. But yeah, I don't want it there. I wanted it there, but oh yeah, so when you transfer to Bedrock, you're really gonna want to run around, and you're gonna want to, like, if you go in an area, check everything. Like check especially like anything like item frames, paintings. Make some screenshots, armor stands, because it is gonna. I've had those messed up in so many updates, and you're gonna forget how exactly you had something, and it's a real pain to put it back. So it's always good. Make a copy of your world, make screenshots, make a video even for yourself of your world. So yeah, see, I wanted this really open right here, and then this is a little like, yeah, once we got all these new blocks, I kind of added these little features right here. Nice little bed, we can sleep right now. And yeah, this house originally was just all sandstone, and then once we got this this nice block right here, I just kind of integrated it with the smooth red sandstone, and I just think it looks so much nicer. I did like originally I didn't have a downstairs. Let's go upstairs for a minute. So I added the upstairs, I added the downstairs. Again, build your house, and if you try to make it a modular design, you can add on to it. So don't make your design so weird that you can't add on. Yeah, once we had the campfire, I swapped that out for a campfire, and I swapped the smooth sandstones out, and I just think it looks nicer. And again, I have another portal right there, and this is like an outdoor area. And let's go down here, second floor. But yeah, this house has been remodeled, I think, twice. I think I'm done now. I'm not going to remodel it again. And for survival, normally you wouldn't have trapdoors with stairwells, but in survival, I don't want something like a creeper to follow me down, and I don't want the cats to get out, because they can get out. So these were all ocelots. So this is Zen, this is Ranger, and this is Midnight, and these are my breeding cats. So originally these were the only color cats we have. I don't know if I breed them if they'll pop out something different, and that's what I'm going to experiment with, because otherwise I'm going to want to try to have cats. And you can see, yeah, here this is just like stuff where I was building. And it's a good idea. I'm going to expand the railroad, so I had all the railroad stuff here, so I knew where it was. And this is something important. Like, after you build a house in survival, keep some of the items that you built it with, like, available, like some of the stairs, some of the sandstone, because at some point you are going to have like a creeper. No matter how careful you are, you're going to have something destroy your house. Maybe somebody comes on and starts griefing it, and you're going to want to be able to have those things you need. Okay, this is really weird. It put banners behind a painting. Okay, I'm not even going to ask. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to actually take a screenshot right now so I remember that. Okay, so here we are. So okay, so now it's saying only my microphone. Okay, microphone and gameplay audio is being broadcast. Oh, so this is cool. If you take you can take four like of any type of light source. I'm using lanterns right here, and you got to have four. Even though it looks like one, it's the illusion of how the stairs go together. So this is actually four blocks. So you have one stair here, one stair here. Let me jump up. One here, one here. So you're gonna need, see, you got one, two, three, four of these, and it's only gonna get the corner of each of these lantern backwards jack-o'-lanterns. And I think this makes a really nice kind of lighting. You could put four magmas here or four glowstone here, but I think that's kind of cool. You know, it just makes a nice design. And here, if you put the carpeting and carpeting on top, it makes nice shelving. And what I can actually do is take this carpeting out and put invisible string here and then start on this row. But I'm just going to leave it like that because I just like the way it looks. So anyway, and again, the packed ice behind the glass kind of looks like a mirror if you want a mirror effect. You could even put a Steve head or some kind of head here so it looks like you're a creeper looking back at yourself. And again, if you put glowstone under the stair and you reverse the stair, we can now put water in the stairs, and this makes kind of a cool sink. Of course, it's kind of a non-functional sink, but it does make kind of a more modern sink. So I like the way that looks. And you know, utilize your space under your stairs. You can put bookcases, you can put anything under there. You know, in a small house, you want to utilize, you know, keep spaces open. Say you get some new block that you like, and you want to like add this new feature in your house. So anyway, that's it. Oh, and you know, again, you know, having something good here right where I can get at it instead of rummaging through chests. I just like to have these things. So if I need that pickaxe, it's right there where I know I can find it. So, um, okay, so that's it for that house. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go in like a half hour. I've been on for two. I'll probably quit the stream in at 3 hours because I'm gonna have to. My real life dog needs to go out for a walk. I haven't been out of the house yet, so I need a walk. I stayed up till like 7:30 in the morning exploring because once I realized it was broken, which out bunny, I wanted to see what else was broken in my world. So, but this is the stuff fortunately that's not broken. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so old, the windmill. This is like ancient. So before we had tulips, I decided to do a windmill with tulips. And we didn't have any tulips. And you know, I'm never going to change it. I'll probably build another one with tulips. So, and this is cool. If you take this and you know, you can put water and then you can go and kind of like 9 apart from each one. And you can just put, and you could put this, you could cover this also with, you know, you could put glowstone here. You could cover this with a lily pad so you don't like fall in. But anyway, if you put the water like kind of that far apart, you can like make this natural kind of wheat right here. So I wanted some wheat because it is a survival world. I think you can go down there and get something like a little mini mine right there. And then also I like to I like to have crafting tables. So like if I get to a section I need to craft something, you know, like I somehow die and I don't have a pickaxe anymore or a minecart, I want to be able to craft those things. So again, we didn't have tulips, so I just put red and yellow flowers and kind of alternated them. And you know, I made this red and yellow. We didn't have concrete. I'd probably make another one. I'd make it out of concrete. We just had the clay, the terracottas. So it's a red and yellow theme. I think it picks up nicely right here with these, you know, hay bales. So I'm just going to keep it all red and yellow. And again, the jungle wood has a nice little reddish tone to it. And over here, again, I covered up a ravine. Sometimes I'll use green or brown glass as well. I think I did purple once with the purple building. Yeah, this is gray. Sometimes I change the color, but gray I think looks the nicest. But again, I haven't like checked out any of these horses, and they probably, some of them are slow. And then I just want to have some outdoor crafting area. And this is kind of nice, you know, just like recessed right here. So slabs, nothing spawns. So if it's recessed, and then I might put a boat out here. I definitely want to have some boats in my world. I'm not the best boat builder, and I'm trying to learn. So I do want to have a boat there. Let's go inside here. This is oh, that was so hard in survival. I kept falling, like putting that there. So yeah, I don't know if these colors go together, but you know, I wanted to pick up the colors of the bookshelf, and you know what? This is old. I'm just gonna leave it. There's Pirate. What's your name? Van Gogh. There's all these weird. I tell you, after a while, you're gonna run out of names, and I don't know if I want torches here. Right now, it has torches, and so it's gonna stay the way it is. And then What coal for furnaces, bottom, food and seeds, beds, of course. And let's go down here. Yes, I have a pig. Don't ask me why I have a pig. I guess I could put a saddle on it. And another dog, Philho, that's William in Finnish, basically. And then a little enchantment, little really, really grungy bathroom. So this is so old. You can see my older designs, like just. But you know what? It's a cute little like survival base, so it's fine. And this was the first time I was experimenting with these stairs, and unfortunately, because they're slabs, you can't have carpeting on every single one. So I don't know if I want to keep the carpeting there. But, and if you use slabs, hi Tiger, and then you can kind of recess the beds so they're kind of like level with the floor. I kind of like that. And then there's a secret little brewing area back here. Yeah. And then on each level, I tried to have like outdoor areas so you can get a really nice view right here. Also, it was when I was building the windmill blades. So see, you get the different views, and yeah, all the snow's melting. It's so sad. And then here, so we're gonna go up here, and then this is supposed to be the I guess the bar that moves the windmill. Yeah, and here's the attic. And then this is just a little cocoa bean area since we are near a jungle. And then if you come out here, this is if I have to repair these blades for any reason. Yeah, I those torches, I don't know if I want the torches there. Hopefully maybe we'll get some other really different way to light it, but right now the torches are there. I like it lit up, so I might swap out these torches. So I always, again, roof access is good in your build because it gives you a view, and you may want to change something out as we get new blocks, and I should be able to jump and not die. Where do I want? Yeah, there we go. That's good. Okay, yeah, and sometimes I'll put fence gates right here. I should do that so I can jump out of there without, having to go all the way down the stairs again. But this was the first time I wrapped around stairs. I never did that before, so I didn't really. When I first started Minecraft, I didn't even know how to do stairs, so I used to just have ladders. So again, like I've actually built houses with ladders and expanded them to add stairs. I've expanded to add garages. I've expanded houses to add bathrooms, second bedroom. So again, just build what you have. Oh, it's getting dark, but we'll sleep in the next house. So we're gonna go this way. And again, in survival, I really like it spread out. So it feels like an adventure. You actually have to travel to these different regions. In the super flat, I try to make more neighborhoods, but I am going to build some of the, a nice thing with super flat is you can work out, like I said before, different nice designs, and then you could integrate them in your survival world. And so some of the suburban neighborhoods I've made in the creative super flat, I'm going to rebuild those, maybe make tutorials, rebuild those. I have a whole section of just basically like oak and birch forest that it's kind of flat and it's kind of just repetitive and boring, so it's a perfect place to put like a suburban neighborhood. Okay, here we go. We'll sleep in this house. Okay, so again, I'm going to build probably a barn right here. It's just like, oh, here we go. Yeah, I have like 3 Jakes in this world. It's pretty funny. So again, integrated nether portal to the house. This is just a little modern house. And I really liked it because it had part of it. You looked out the window, like over here. Now it doesn't snow there anymore, but it was so cool because you look out here and it'd be snowing. And then on one side it would be raining, and one side there would be no rain. So I had like 3 different biome, different features in one house. And I kind of like building on the edge right there. This is supposed to, I'll probably take that and put, instead of glowstone, put the magma. Looks better. So I just wanted like more of a sunken feel to this house. You could add a basement to it, but it's fine. It's just a little the farming house. Sorry, my voice is really going. Probably gonna go get some water in a second. jukebox, just a little hangout place. And oh, what I tried to do here is I wanted the feel of the outside coming into the inside, so I extended the grass and extended the flowers just to feel like it's more seamless. And I don't know, experiment, do different things. Okay, so yeah, there's the little portal area. I think that portal, it's so close to the other one, it just brings me back there, so I don't want to like go in it. So we're gonna go back here. Okay, moving along. Come on, come on, come on. Faster, faster. It's so slow now. I mean, it was such fast transportation. I think my fastest horse goes faster than this. Okay, so this is I really didn't get any villages in this world, which was great because when Pillage and Village came out, I got a lot of really nice villages, so I didn't have a bunch of old ugly villages, but I'm going to leave this one cuz it's like my one and only like village that I got. I don't even think I got a plains village in this world. So anyway, this is my old school retro village, but we're gonna go. Before we go there, I think we're gonna go this way. Okay. It's easier to go through the Nether, but we're just gonna go take a little adventure. You're gonna see my giant tree house. Oh yeah, there's the tree house, and the giant temple that took me like a month to build that made me dizzy is over here. So we're gonna take a little trip right now. And what I did was I actually used end crystals and I kind of flattened out some of this area. And dynamite's bad because dynamite you have to fill it in after you blow it out. So I used end crystals and I kind of flattened some of it and I took some of the trees out. And I'm eventually, going to build the Church of Ender here that I built in my other world. So yeah, like how the world generates like natural, like you can generate, say, a woodland mansion, or you can generate a desert temple, or witch hut, or a jungle temple, or village. Well, there's no reason you can't make your own like structure and repeat that structure. So you can make uh, I don't know, a special type of house that if your friends play on your server, they always know when they go to that building, there's going to be like certain thing in there. Like there's always going to be maybe, emeralds or diamonds, or there's going to be certain type of armor they're always going to get, like an armor house or a weapons house, or, a carpet store. So you can make those and repeat those. Oh, we came to the temple. Okay. So we bypassed that's okay. The temple's cool. Um, we'll go back to the tree house too. So yeah, it was so funny. I didn't. Sometimes in creative, you could put a nether portal to see exactly where it comes, but I just went for it in survival, and I put a nether portal here, and it came out to the absolute perfect place in my nether where I had my giant like floor design area. So that was like really, I really lucked out on that. Here we are. We're coming up to the temple now. So yeah, this is a project that it's not resource intensive because it's all stone basically, but and nether brick, which it just takes the time to bake it, but it's not like like quartz or anything, or like I don't know, different materials that would be diamonds or something in survival. I mean, it was just the fact of like laying it out and building it and the repetitiveness of it and the height of it and lighting it. It was a huge project. I don't think I ever want to build something like I said this big in survival again. So here we go. But boy, after it's done, it is really nice. But yeah, building it, and I had water here too. This is nice because you could put water here. I like the lava because it lights up, and I do have glowstone, I think, under these stairs, so they light up, and there's still a llama trader yet. So high the llamas can't even come, and that's all the stone that I cut out to actually build this thing. It is, like I said, it's massive. So, and then what I wanted to do here is I wanted to, again, if I want to fight the wither again for whatever reason, like to get the wither rose, I put the skulls here so I know where they are, so I don't have to hunt in some, where are they are. What chest are they in? And then what I wanted to do here for this design is, this is really cool. Now, if you put colored glass here, you notice this will be white, but where you put the colored glass, the beacon will change color. So right now I'm using green to say it's okay. So say you had a bunch of friends on your server and you wanted to have a special event, like you wanted to fight the Wither, you could put like a red glass there to say that there's going to be a battle of, a hostile mob, or you could put, a yellow, like or purple, like we're going to have a party here, whatever you want to do. You could change the color of the beacon for special events in your world, which I think would be really cool. Oh, and this is so weird. So you know how the water's different colors and the different biomes? So look it's all swamp everywhere but this little corner where it's like light. See, it's a different color blue. And I kind of like that. I think it looks cool. So let's go back all the way down here. Come on, down we go. So what I was going to do originally on the inside was I was going to like actually make like some regular nice temple with stuff in it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave the swamp and make keep it as like a ruins, like it was some ancient alien civilization that built this beacon and then they like vanished from Earth, the way we do have like these weird temples in real life, and people wonder if aliens built them like in Egypt or in the Mayan, Incan, and Aztec world. So I decided I'd do that, and again, there's no way I'd light this with anything but torches because it's too labor intensive in survival, but I think the torches look nice. But it was, the line all this up and come up with a design was so hard. And if you're going to build a big temple like this, you're going to want to build, it's basically because it's equidistant around it, you're going to want to get one quadrant locked down with the design, and then it's just a matter of tedious repetition of the design. But yeah, it was like, it took forever. I made so many mistakes, and yeah, it's something I never want to build again. And yeah, and it is also, it's nice if you have an end. Yeah, integrate your end portal in a design. Just because it's in a stronghold doesn't mean it has to stay in a stronghold. And you can even take all the stone from the stronghold and build something else for it, so it's more accessible. And I wanted to put the lava kind of there to make it look more dangerous. And and here, you can actually swim under here. So this is the coral friendly one with the tropical fish, and I got actually the bucket achievement for getting the tropical fish. And then I wanted a conduit here, so I added the campfire and the conduit, so I actually can cook food here too in the temple. And then here's where all my puffer fish are. So this is the dangerous one. So it's like, what's behind door number 1 or door number 2? Door number 1 is the Ferrari. Door number 2 is like the dynamite that blows you up. So I like that. And then this was all hollowed out. So I thought, why not just like leave it this way and follow the design and just kind of make it look like, again, it's an ancient temple that's kind of crumbling. So I just left it like this, and you'll see here. So here, yeah, I just added some sand, and just here you can, it's like an escape exit. And then here what I did was I just wanted to kind of integrate a design that, again, it looks like a ruins. I'm probably going to do more. This is a work in progress, and I wanted to make the portal look like it was hard to find how to get into it, like it was kind of ancient. And here, what I wanted to do after I caught all the tropical fish, I wanted a place to save it and put some loot, and I wanted to make some traps. I have to be very careful. So right here, when you put the shulker boxes and make it in orange, it'll draw your eye to that because everything else is kind of monotone. See, and putting the tall grass kind of hides the tripwire hooks, and so you're so focused on what's in those shulker boxes that you get actually killed by poison arrows. So we will not go there right now. But yeah, I like integrate little traps and little secrets like that. And see, I love this. It's so overgrown. And again, lava makes great lighting. And then see if we come here. This is really cool. Come on, go. Take me to the nether. And yeah, so I did this a long time ago. I wanted to experiment with different types. I gotta watch not stepping on that. But I wanted to do like different types of floor designs to show you that you can like have different types and your floors don't have to be boring. I don't recommend that unless you're building like a parkour course. But things like this. See, the lava's safe. I hope I'm not gonna die. Okay, I died. Oh well. Okay, that was stupid. Okay, let's respawn. Okay. Oops. Oh well. That was a big mistake. Now everything's gone. All right. So, oh well. All right. So, you know what? I definitely need a mine card. I don't think I have any mine card and like pickaxe. All right, that was. You used to be able to go on that in the other edition, like way back when, and not fall through and die. Oh, you're kidding! I don't have any mine card. This is all crummy stuff. Like, oh, come on, come on. You're kidding. I have nothing. This house sucks. I don't have a pickaxe. I try to keep one pickaxe and minecart in every one of the main houses if I die. I'm gonna sleep. You know what? Oh well, we'll just go walk and like I know where I have some goodies in my storage. I have a big storage area, so we'll just kind of walk around. Sorry about that. I did die. But anyway, that's where the temple comes out. We kind of saw the temple anyway, and it'd be a pain to get back, so it's okay that I'm dead. Let's see. I bet you I have a pickaxe in the village I left. The problem when you play a lot of creative too is yeah, you forget, you get a little like careless. Where's the stupid gate? Okay, I know I have it. Oh, there's the gate. Hi, Mr. Iron Golem. Yeah, in the old day, we actually had to make the iron golems, and now like they're already like pre-generated. Let's see what's in here. Okay, you're sleeping. Hook me up with something. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna rob you. Sorry. Yeah, maybe I should not be stupid, and I should actually rob some like basic armor. you know. Okay. Yeah, let's hook ourselves up a little bit. Not that it's going to do, there's no fire protection, but it's something, and we're going to, let's just stay in the nighttime till we get over to the other section. It doesn't matter. And, probably here I'll end up putting a nicer, like, wall around the village, like maybe, a red sandstone. Let's go over here. So we're going to go this way. Yeah, it's 2:42. I'm going to end the stream at 3 hours. And I can pick this up tomorrow, so let's go over here. So originally, like I said, I had explored the whole large world when the Mesa and the Ice Spikes biome came out, and I never got any Mesa or Mesa Bryce, and it really bummed me out. So I decided, you know what, I got a lot of swamp, and then the Wandering Trader sold red sand, and I said, that's it, I'm just going to build some mini mesas, and of course it's kind of labor intensive. I mean, now hopefully I'm going to explore the world and find out if I do have some mesas. That was it. Well, I might change this out. That was the only trapdoor we had at the time. So this again is another farming area where I have my second farm where, yeah, I labeled all the sheep, and I have a complete set of 16 colors. I think I have a Jeb sheep, the rainbow one floating around somewhere too. So again, I'm probably gonna take the torches out and do something nicer like lanterns now, but this is back in the day when we didn't have everything. I have a little chicken coop over here, and this is supposed to be like a national park. Or a state park in my world. So it's got some animals for farming. And this is like, instead of a house, it's like a little ranger station. And it does go to a mine again. This is survival. So I want everything to go down to like a mine. Yeah, here's a dog. Hi, Arizona. I'm going to use your bed. And again, I think I leave like some materials here, so in case like something breaks it or I want to keep building, some more, I have some more stuff. Oh yeah, I went the wrong way. Let's go this way. So we're gonna go here. Oh yeah, and then when we first got the taigas, like I went and got some podzol. I wanted to use the podzol, and look at, I'm missing one right there. No, or maybe that isn't. Yeah, there is supposed to be one right there. So just weird stuff that the game's like erased, like little tiny things. So here we go. So again, this was all in, this is a little boating area. All this was laid by hand, no copy and paste. Like if you see, and there is, it like locate mansion, and I go like this, it'll say cheats are not enabled. So this was all laid by hand. Oh my God, it took forever. So again, what I want to have in areas like this I definitely want a nether portal, even though this isn't going to take me far. It's just going to boot me back to the closest one. I just, in these areas, if I want to get back quickly, the nether is just fantastic. And I know, like, well, Zach will reset his nether to keep getting, like, loot in the chests and getting quartz because our worlds weren't infinite. But he tried that and it does not work in the new world. So if you haven't, sorry, built in the nether and you want to keep resetting that in the sorry, I gotta drink some liquid. Hold on. And sorry about that. My throat's getting dry. 3 hours. But if you keep want to reset your end, to get like all the loot, the shulker boxes, the end rods, and you want to keep resetting your nether before you go to infinite, do it now because once you do it, you're going to be locked down. Plus, you're going to need the nether because you're going to need the ability to have the the railway because there's no way you're going to walk 100,000 blocks. You're going to want a fast transportation system, and the nether is the way to do it. Also, if you set your spawn point in a bed and you find a stronghold with another end portal and you don't sleep as you're journeying, you can jump into the end portal and then kind of when you come out, you'll come back to the spawn point with your bed, and that's a really super fast way to travel if you go like 100,000 blocks in your world. But remember, the farther out you go in your world, the more likely, I am going to go through this end portal. Let's see where it goes. The farther you go in your world, the more likely. I'm going to need a torch. I want a torch too. I don't like this big axe blocking my view. The farther you go in the world, the more likely you're going to, your world's going to glitch. And I've seen, like, because of limited memory, of course, I have nothing in the chest one. Just when I need something, there's nothing in it. Let's go upstairs. So the closer you are to spawn, the better your world always is going to be. So and yeah, this is another thing. As long as you had this slab here, you were able to open the chest. And look at, I can't open one chest, so that is a terrible thing in Bedrock. So I'm gonna have to go and fix that before I reload this in Bedrock. My voice is really going. I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to ride it out. I have like 13 more minutes and I'm going to stop and take my dog out. So, and again, everybody, thank you for watching. This was so much hard work. So what we're going to do, let's go through that nether portal and let's see where it goes. I built this pretty recently and I forgot where it went. And again, having both a survival and a creative world allows you to, I don't know, sometimes it's just so much grind to, oh, here we are. Okay, yeah, exactly where I want to be. So, having a, both a survival and I think I'm going the right way. I might have to go the other way. Having, sometimes it's just such a grind to like constantly be like, mining for things and having the ability, I want that shot, having the ability to just kind of go and, creative, knock yourself out and just, be creative and not have to, mine and things. But then again, having a survival world when they have new achievements, that's always kind of fun to get the new trophies. Okay, so yeah, this is a storage area in the nether. This is just and I built this again. I kind of built it. And sometimes you can rebuild the same thing in your creative world, but make it a little different. So I rebuilt this in the creative and changed it around a little bit. But yeah, this is another portal that comes to another area. So let's go back here. I know where we want to go. So we're gonna go. Trying to think, where do I want to go? I want to go this way. So we're gonna go around. And I'll probably make all these covered, these walkways in survival because, yeah, once you go, the gas are like horrible. They will definitely get you. Do I have a torch in here? Anything good? One torch, one torch. Oh, I do have some goodies in here, though. Oh, I need a torch. I need a torch. You know what? Ender chest. One torch. Yeah, there we go. I just need one. There we go. Oh, yeah, you know what? I took the minecart out of that. That's not good. I need to put a minecart back in the ender chest. Okay, yeah, now you're not looking at a stupid pickaxe. And then what I did with the end fortress, I mean, not the end fortress, sorry, the nether fortress, is I tried to color coordinate it with carpet because it can get really confusing when, you're using it as it's a very safe transportation hub. So see here, this is a different color so I don't get mixed up. And we can go this way, see where this goes. And it's just going to make your life so much better to have different colors so that you can, like I said, you can go around, get lost and the Nether is a wonderful transportation hub. So what do we have here? Yeah, and this is, oh yeah, this is I think my little mini temple right here. And yeah, there's a little temple right here. Okay, and this is gonna come here, and then when I get back to the base, looks like everybody kind of checked out, so I am gonna take my dog out. Here we go. And again, I put signs here to mark the blaze, so I know that that's a blaze fighting area. And unfortunately, yeah, my house spawned right where the blaze was, so that was like awesome because again, that was the only way to get brewing stands back in the day. So that's it. I'm back at my main base, and thank you for everybody that was watching, and thank you for everybody that will come and watch later. Enjoy it. I'm sorry at the beginning of the stream that there was a long load time. And again, that shows the problems but you can just kind of like fast forward maybe like 15 minutes in and jump in and enjoy the world. So that is it. And I'm going to stop it right here. Again, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to stop it right here. There we go. Phoenix Genesis Survival World. Thank you so much. Bye. Oops.